Okay. Okay. All right. We back. We're back again. Cigar Talk Live. Cigar Talk Live. On a Wednesday. Usually we on Thursdays, but I had to do this one on a Wednesday. We back again. Hold up. Mar the Prince, what's up, man? Y'all know usually I'm on a Don Julio. I just got a beer today. You know what I'm saying? I got a nice special guest today. Special guest. One of the best trainers in the sport of boxing right now. I'm looking to I'm looking to get some information. I'm looking to learn something. Chris, what's up, man? Top 3 trainer in boxing. You right. I would agree with that. I would agree. Sumar, I see Tank still mad at you. Yeah, Tank mad at me. Man, this is crazy. Tank be going at me on Twitter every day now. This is just crazy. It's crazy. As we're waiting, man, thank you all for pulling up. Cigar Talk Live. What's popping? Let me drop my bomb. I got my special guest. He's here. Yo, listen. Y'all know how we do. I get fighters all the time. We have some of the biggest fighters in the sport come grace Cigar Talk and come talk to us. But it's important to also get other perspectives, right? We could get the fighters, y'all. We could do that all day. We're going to continue to do that. But I wanted to make sure I talk to one of the best trainers in the sport of boxing. He was given the award of Trainer of the Year for 2024, Ring Magazine. Y'all know him. Robert Garcia is in the building, y'all. All right. I'm about to bring him up here as everyone's pouring in, you know what I'm saying? But I need y'all to hit that like button, man. Spread the word. Share it, you know, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Mar the Prince, what's up? Definitely want to hear about Bam's development. Come on, you know we got to talk about Bam. That's one of my favorite fighters. You know that, Mar. Nicholas Naji, you and Tank need to squash the beef, man. I'm going to talk about the Tank shit after. Let me get this interview in first. We're going to do this interview with Robert. We're going to get to some great questions. And I know y'all been waiting to hear about this Tank stuff. You know what I'm saying? Tank been going at me. So I'm going to give y'all the exclusive on all that Tank stuff as well. But without further ado, hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. It's not easy getting these guests. Hit that like button. Without further ado, I would like to bring up the Trainer of the Year for 2024, one of the best trainers in the sport of boxing, one of the best minds in the sport of boxing. Mr. Robert Garcia is in the building.
How's it going? How's everybody doing? Hey, thanks for having me.
Nah, thank you for coming on, man. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. Honestly, this is great. You know, my son told me about you, and definitely have to do this. But now that now I want to be the first one to ask, what's going on between you and Tank?
Oh, you doing the interview now, Rob? First, man, shout out to Peter, man. Peter, your son, really good dude. I met Peter when I was interviewing Bam in Philly, and we talked it for a while. So, man, shout out to Peter, man. Thank you.
Awesome.
Your Robert Tank, man, he's mad at me, brother. He's been mad at me. I don't really know why, to be honest. I think it all kind of started. You know, I interviewed Tank. Tank don't really do a lot of interviews. He was giving me interviews, so I was one of the only guys really talking to him. And I had Keyshawn Davis on my platform, and Keyshawn, you know, he said some things. He said he want to fight Tank. You know, he called Tank soft. He just said a bunch of, you know, he was going off. And I don't know. I guess Tank saw that, and he got mad at me for that. I don't know. But ever since then, he's been going at me. So, you know, he went at me the other day. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna talk to the people. Y'all want to know how I feel? I'm gonna get to it after, but I just had to get to that for you, man. But how are you, Rob? How's everything going? Trainer of the Year.
Everything good, man. You know, it's been very busy. Last year was a very, very busy year for not only myself but my whole team. We have a great team. You know, like you just mentioned, my son. We also have Chepe, Felipe, Charles, our conditioning coach Charles Tremblay, who is great at what he does. You know, make sure my guys are always in great shape, and also some the parents like Virgil Ortiz Jr., Gabriel Morataya Sr. I have a lot of help. Jesse Rodriguez, who has always believed in me and trusted me. Bam's dad. So I'm blessed, man, to have the team that I have. So by myself I wouldn't be able to do it. Maybe handle two or three fighters, but to handle the whole team that we have, I have to have a great team, and I do have I have probably the best team in boxing.
So I mean, you were selected to be the Ring Magazine Trainer of the Year this past year, 2024. Do accolades like that mean anything to you? Does it do you like that, or do you just kind of whatever?
Well, look, I honestly I am like whatever, but it's nice to hear it. It's nice to for us to be for the hard work that we did last year. I think we had probably one of my best years in my career as a trainer, and it's because I had so many fights. We had 77 fights with my whole team because I have close to 30 professional fighters and 77 fights. We had 70 wins and we lost only seven. So I think that's a great record to say, as a trainer. But
Yeah,
but like I said, I would have never been able to do it by myself if I didn't have the team that I have.
yeah, for sure. Um, Man, so talk to me just as far as your training. Like, obviously, we're seeing it now, right? Like the Robert Garcia Boxing Academy is this big thing. Everybody knows you. Everybody knows you're stable. But can you tell me, as a former fighter, right? Like, I looked up your box rec, I looked at the career and stuff like that. But when did you know that training was going to be a thing for you? That you're like, all right, my fighting career is over, but I want to be committed to being a trainer.
Well, that wasn't part of my plan or dream of being a trainer. When I stopped boxing at the age of 26, I thought I was done for with boxing. I thought I would never get back to boxing. I took some time off, my family, my kids, wife and stuff, and I never really believed I would get back in boxing. I was kind of tired and sick of the sport because it's a difficult sport, especially when you're fighting, you're dieting, you're doing all this, and then there's so many politics involved where it kind of disappoints a little, especially when you're getting started. You don't know much about the sport, you don't know much about the negotiations. My dad, my brother, everybody, we were new at this. So me being a champion, we didn't know about negotiations and purses and anything like that, so we pretty much took whatever they gave us. But so I was kind of sick of the sport. But what caught my attention was when I started traveling with the amateur program. My dad used to run the amateur program in Oxnard in the La Colonia Boxing Club, and he asked for me to come in and help him a little. So I did, and little by little, traveling, going to tournaments. I started, liking the traveling, even though I had traveled all over the world as a boxer, but never really had fun. When you're a boxer, you're in a diet. You
Yeah,
have to be in bed at a certain time, and then after the fights, next day in the morning, you're flying home. So I didn't really get to enjoy, everywhere wherever I went. But as a coach, I didn't have to be in bed at a certain time. I could
right.
go out and have a beer, have fun outside and get to know the city, meet people. So that kind of caught my attention, the traveling, the visiting different places. And little by little I started picking up a few professional fighters back home in Oxnard, and that was the beginning. I think since then I think I love this more than being a boxer, more than becoming a world champion. I think it feels so much better to take a fighter into the ring and hear the words and new champion
Mhm.
more than when I heard of myself for when I
Yeah.
won my title.
Yeah. So what do you think it takes to build, we see some trainers and fighters have like this special chemistry that just feels like unbreakable. I would say, Freddie Roach and Manny Pacquiao had that. Andre Ward and Virgil Hunter, you and Bam. Like, what do you think it takes to build that camaraderie between trainer and fighter?
Well, look, and you have to be real with your fighter. You have to be real, but you also have to be understandable too. You know, me as a former fighter, I think what has helped me a lot is that I know how the fighters feel when they're fighting, when they're in the gym, when they're dieting, when they're cutting weight. So I know how to uh, act, or I know I know how they feel when they need a day off, because I went through it. I felt it.
Yeah,
I know that my when my body was tired and I didn't feel like sparring, but I was still forced to spar because that's I had to do it.
yeah,
Now, I kind of brought that into the relationship I have with my fighters. And if I see that one of my fighters is tired one day, I'll give him the day off. The next day, I tell him rest the whole day, and then the following day, you're gonna give me a better day. Because there was so many times where I needed those days off, but I
right.
never got them because we were more old school, where you got to train, and that's all we knew. But I think that's something that has helped me a lot with my fighters. I also think, obviously having the relationship as family, with especially with Bam. His dad gave me all the trust to take care of his son's career, and they're liking what I'm doing. They love my son Pita also. They enjoy all the, whenever I'm not around, they don't have a problem with Pita being the head trainer when I'm out, out of town or something. So I
Yeah,
think that's what we need. We need to build a relationship with our fighters where they can trust not just me but my whole team, and we give them the trust also. We give them the trust so they could also tell me when, what, I wasn't feeling too good last night, and I didn't sleep well. Okay, then maybe give you less rounds. They could tell me that. They know they could tell me that.
yeah.
Where there's trainers that don't allow that. If a fighter
Real
tries
smart.
to say, I'm a little tired, it's the opposite. They're gonna get mad and they're gonna make you work harder. But they're only doing that more damage to the fighter, because
Mm,
the body needs rest. We're humans. We need rest. We have to train hard, but yeah, sometimes the fighter needs some rest. And I think that's the relationship with most of my fighters. I think it's not just Bam. I think Bam is, obviously, my world champion, and people might think that we have a, see that we have a great relationship, but we have the same thing with most of them. I would say all of my fighters.
hold on. So tell me about Bam though, because Bam, like obviously you got a crazy stable, a lot of world champions right now, a lot of really good fighters, but Bam just seems like a special fighter, right? Like he looks like when you look at him. I was at the last fight in Philly. I was at the last fight before that. Bam just has this thing where it's outside game, it's inside game, it's IQ, it's footwork. Can you tell me when you realized that Bam was like special?
Well, I could, I could tell you when I first seen him, he was like 10 or 11 years old. I was training in Nonito Donaire at that time, and we were having a fight in San Antonio, and Nonito Donaire invited Bam into the ring, just, just as a fan, just to be cool, and inviting the kid into the ring. And he started shadow boxing in front of Nonito, and Nonito himself said, "This kid's special. This kid's gonna be special." So then, about 4 years later, his brother Joshua Franco comes out of the national tournaments, and he didn't make the Olympic team, but he was in all those national tournaments. And my son told me, there's a couple kids in San Antonio at this time. It was Hector Tanahara and Joshua Franco. There's a couple kids in San Antonio. We got to go check them out. So we went, talked to them about training pro, and finding him a promoter and stuff like that. And Frank was the one that told us, I have a little brother that you guys got to see. I have this little brother that you guys got to see. I didn't know that's the kid we met when he
Oh,
was
that was
12,
shadow
when he was 10 or 11.
boxing, right?
But he brought him into camp when he was 15, and we're like, man, he really is special. We since day one we seen what he had, what he was capable of. It was just giving him more attention, polishing some things. His footwork is insane. His footwork is something that I love. I love fighters with footwork. I've always loved Sugar Leonard's one of my favorite fighters. Orlando Canizales from Texas. A lot of people don't even know who he is, but he's one of my favorite fighters because of his footwork. So guys like that, I love, and Bam was the perfect one. I figured right away. I said this kid's gonna be special, and we were right. You know, that kid is just and he's just turned 25 like 2 days ago, three
That's
days ago. So this kid still has, you know, he's probably not even in his prime yet. Probably not in his prime yet.
hold on. So when he, as far as his footwork is concerned, right? Because I interviewed Bam. This is maybe right before the last fight with he co-headlined with Boots. And one of the things he said to me was, he said, when I came out the amateurs, he was like, I just had a Mexican style. I was trying to beat everybody up. He was like, but I knew for me to get to a next level, I had to do some footwork, you know, training. So he said, I was watching Lomachenko and a couple other guys to do that. Do you think, is that something that like he's just doing this on his own? Or is that something you as the trainer are giving him where you like, yo, you know, use these angles and let me see your feet like this?
No, look, it's something natural that he had on his own, but you also have that talent to be able to do it because just like Bam, there's 20 fighters in my gym that would love to fight like Bam, but they
Yeah,
can't because it's just Bam is just something special about his footwork that not everybody could do it. You know, I've had fighters in the past that were great fighters but didn't have the footwork. You know, but maybe they had other special things. Maybe they
yeah,
had great power. Maybe they had great head movement. Maybe they had, you know, tremendous heart. You know, stuff like that, or they could take a punch really well. So there's so many things in boxing that makes you good, but footwork, Bam has it, and it's something that he has. You know, it's something natural. You know, you could have a couple. I've had Nonito Doner who had beautiful footwork too. You know, myself, I loved to when I was fighting. I loved, you know, footwork also, but I wasn't as good as them.
yeah.
But Bam is just special, man. You know, Bam is one of those kids that comes natural. It's not something, you know, we practice it. We definitely have to continue practicing it, but it's not something that I'm teaching him. It's something that he already has.
Right. They saying, is your birthday around here now? Your birthday?
My birthday's coming up next week, January 29th.
Okay, okay. Happy birthday, happy early birthday.
Thank
Um,
you.
one of the things I talked about with Bam, he, you know, everybody wants to see like either Junto Nakatani or Inoue. Like obviously the Inoue one, that's you know, that's a monster mega fight. When you're looking at that as the trainer, obviously Bam's a smaller guy having to come up. Is that something you feel like he's ready for now, or is that something you like, you know, we got to give it a few years before we could get in the ring with the monster?
Well, look, they've also moved up, so they also started at flyweight, you know. So it's not like they're gonna be way bigger because Bam is a smaller fighter. I think it's just a matter of it took them a couple of years. It took them a few years to go from flyweight to bantamweight to super bantamweight. They didn't do it from one fight to another. So Bam's not gonna be able to do it from one fight to the next. We're not gonna, you know, we're gonna have to do it when the time is right. But yes, those fights are definitely there. We want those fights. You know, we're actually working on Bam's next fight, and if there's no big fight at 115, if there's not a big unification fight, because Bam wants those real fights. He wants to unify. If not, he just does. You know, it doesn't motivate him. So if we can fight a unification fight at at 115, then the move to 118 will be pretty soon. And Junto's there. Junto's a great fighter. I know him. I've known him for a few years. I know his trainer for many years. His trainer Rudy Hernandez is actually a really good friend of ours. The whole family, we meet up for lunch, you know, every other month, you know, because that's something that we've been doing for years. But yes, you know, we talk about it, and yeah, we want that fight. He wants that fight too. So those are fights that definitely will happen. But when the right time comes, you know, Bam will move up to 118 sooner than later. So there we're gonna be able to meet somebody like Junto. Obviously we can't jump to 122 right away. So it'll be a year or so before we go to 122. And then there's Inoue if he's still in the division. So, you know, we are getting there. You know, we will get there, but when the right time is there.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, man. Let's get to one of your other fighters, Virgil Ortiz. He got a fight coming up on the 22nd. Man, it's a couple things. One, man, I thought y'all lost that one, the Boachuk. That was a close fight. I thought y'all lost that one, but tell me about that fight in particular, because I think that was maybe the only time I seen Virgil in trouble a little bit or any, you know what I'm saying? I feel like every other fight, I feel like he's kind of cleaned up. Tell me about that fight. Like just, that last fight with
Well,
Bochuk.
look, it was a tough fight. We know it was a tough, very close fight either. Also, so we can't also say, oh no, there's no way and people could think that we lost because it was close. So we have to admit that too. Virgil, as everybody knows, went through about 2 years ago, went through some moments where people were thinking that his career might be over because of the illness that he picked up. But slowly we've been bringing it back. I think it's all a matter of time. He's getting back. He's looking better and better every time, every day. This fight with Bohachak was tough. And it was one of those fights that we took because it was for a title fight. So we had to. It's not like we were choosing him because we thought it was going to be an easy fight. We knew it was going to be a tough fight. They knew each other. Then we knew the fight was going to be tough. So it turned out to be, yeah, one of the best fights of the year. It was nominated for best fight of the year.
Yeah.
So going back and watching the fight, I think what made the difference in the decision was Virgil last 2 and 3 rounds where he used his jab. He fought a little bit smarter. He wanted. He's had every win by knockout until then. So in his mind is the knockout, because he's knocking everybody out.
Yeah.
He learned so much from this fight where not everybody's going to be out, especially when you pick up, the level of competition. The opponents are going to be tougher and harder. So I think those last 3 rounds is what made the difference, because yeah, the fight was close, but going back honestly, round by round, I do see Virgil winning comfortably, but obviously he's my fighter. So obviously, if you ask uh, Manny Robles, he's probably going to
Hey,
see
his
it the
guy.
other way around,
Yeah.
but that's the way boxing is. I thought we did win. We pulled it off. I think the last 3 rounds is what made the difference.
Okay. Let me read the super chat. Lil Zooted, Junto smokes Bam. Lil Zooted, you zooted. Bam ain't you tripping right now.
Nah,
Uh,
look, Junto's a great fighter, man. Junto's great, and like I said, Rudy, ourselves, we're good friends. But we know that fight's gonna happen, in the near future, and that's probably sooner than later because Bam will move up to 118 sooner than later. So the fight will be there.
tell me about the because we as fans, I had a lot of people in the chat. Everybody was looking forward to the Virgil and Boots thing. Obviously, it just played out the way it played out. You know what I'm saying? Boots said if initially he was considering 54, stayed at 47. Um, Based on that as a whole, did you feel like that was ducking, or you just feel like the politics of boxing got in the way?
Look, I think it was a smart move for Boots. I think Boots is a great fighter, talent wise. He's right now at the moment probably the best welterweight in the division. So if he's still, if he's still able to make 147, then you could still dominate the 140, the 147 pound division. I think talented enough to win, to unify and win fights at 147 and then move up, m- being a little more valuable. I understand that he had already said he's moving up in weight, but I got to also understand, I'm a fighter. I'm in this sport. I would have probably done the same with one of my fighters. Man, going up against somebody like Virgil, maybe it's, give it a second thought. If he moves up to 154 and fights somebody else, an easier fight, then he'll get a lot of criticism. So
Yeah.
because he was supposed to fight Virgil, but now he's going against somebody else, I think staying at 147 is probably the best move for him right now. When he decides to move up, then he'll be ready. He doesn't. Here Virgil already fights somebody else. He's gonna fight somebody else. So then people are not expecting him to fight Virgil the moment that he moves up to 154 because they already pretty much moved on. The fight will be big whenever it happens, but I think he needs one or two fights at 154 before he faces somebody like Virgil. But he's a great fighter, man. He's talented. I have nothing but respect for him and his dad. They're great people. They've always been great to me. So I can't, I'm not gonna talk bad because they did the right thing.
How do you break down a fighter like Madrimov, right? Like we saw him against Bud Crawford. very herky jerky style, really awkward, a lot of feints, a lot of foot feints, hand feints. You know what I'm saying? When you got, your guy going in there against somebody like that, how do you prepare him for that?
Look, Virgil's is one of those fighters that's very strong physically and mentally. We just have to make sure he's himself in the ring. He's relaxed. We can't pressure him too much either to do stuff that he might not feel comfortable. Myself, his dad, and Hector Beltran, who's working with us. We want him to be comfortable in the ring. Be Virgil. Virgil's, like I said, he's physically and mentally one of the strongest fighters I've ever worked with. So we got to bring that in that fight. Obviously, got to do it a smart way because Madrimov is smart. He's awkward. He's difficult. He showed it. He showed it against Crawford. Totally different fights. Obviously, Crawford is a totally different fighter
Yeah,
than
yeah,
Virgil.
yeah.
So that's what we're trying to make it work in our way, in our side, and I think it will. I think Virgil's style is going to be one of the. It's going to be perfect for to be able to go out there and perform well and do well against Madrimov.
Okay. I gotta get to your next guy that I'm looking at. Yo, Rob, I can't even lie. Listen, I'm a Pitbull Cruz fan, so I couldn't believe he pulled it off. El Rayo pulled off the victory. I couldn't believe it. One is I've never seen Rayo box the entire fight without getting dragged into a war. I think that was the first time I really seen him. He stuck to the game plan. He circled him. He used the jab. Beautiful display of boxing. I was a little mad because I'm a Pitbull fan. But tell me, that fight in particular, did y'all train him just to box like that? Like, put me in the mind frame of that game plan.
Well, that was the plan, man. We brought in great sparring partners. We brought in a young fighter, actually an amateur. An amateur from Dallas, Texas, and he was perfect. Same height, same style. This guy is the one that helped us prepare for the people fight. But we knew coming in, there's no way you're gonna try to please the crowd and try to fall into Pitbull's game plan. Since the press conference, the weigh-in, Pitbull's dad was already provoking Rayo
Yeah,
to
yeah,
make sure you fight and don't run. Because they knew me coming into camp, they knew I was gonna do my job as a trainer, and they try to get into Rayo's head, not me, because that's not gonna work. Trying to
right,
get into my head is not gonna work.
right.
And the other thing is, we had to remind Rayo every second what to continue doing what he was doing, and every break, every minute break, we didn't have to give different instructions. Pretty much just remind him, keep fighting smart, keep using your jab, keep fighting off the jab, keep moving, in close, punch two or three punch, throw two or three punches, and step away, step around them. Myself, my son Pita, and Mario Rodriguez, who's also co-training Pitbull with me. We were all on the same page, and we kept reminding him every single break. There was no time or no excuse to try to do something different.
Mm,
He had to fight the perfect fight, and he did. He listened. He didn't get with the crowd. There was people sitting ringside where we were already hearing, and I'm pretty sure Rayo was also hearing, talking shit, calling them names. You're running, you this and that, trying to
yeah.
provoke him, trying to get in his head. But good thing Rayo listened to us and stuck to the game plan, because yeah, he did exactly what he was told, and came out with a win, and came out becoming a world champion.
That was a trainer of the year performance, man. 'Cause like I said, I for sure thought Rayo was gonna get dragged into a war at some point, even though he's the much bigger guy. But he was disciplined the entire fight, so I got to
Yeah,
give y'all a lot of credit for that.
thanks.
Obviously, they just announced him versus Gary Antoine Russell coming up. How you see that fight, man? I mean, obviously, you think your guy's gonna win, but Gary's a pretty tough opponent, and he
No,
lost to Canelo. But
no, definitely. No, Gary's is a great fighter, man. His whole family, his brothers are very talented. I've known them since years in the amateurs, since my brother Mikey, Brandon Rios, Victor Ortiz were fighting in tournaments. They were always around. So no, we know those guys. They're a boxing family, and they're great at what they do. Rayo has obviously works without Heyman, his advisor, and PBC. So it was a fight that was presented to him, and he took it. At first, we were hoping there was other names, but the other fighters were not available, or they already knew what they were gonna do. We asked for somebody like Rollies, but pretty much now that Rollies came out, saying that he's fighting Ryan, so that was
Yeah.
kind of the plan. They kind of already knew they were heading that direction. So we ended up against Gary. It's a tough fight. It's a tough guy. For Rayo's first title defense, he could have easily said, "No, I want somebody lighter. I want just a stay busy title defense." But no, Rayo has the heart. Rayo has the power, has the skills to perform, and that's what he wants. He doesn't want to be criticized by, oh, you just want you beat Pitbull, but now look at who you're fighting. He wants to fight names. He wants to fight guys that are going to give him a challenge. And I think Gary Russell's going to give him a great challenge.
Yeah, I think so. I think so too. I mean, is this something that you do to prepare differently for that? Obviously, Gary Russell's a lot different than Pitbull Cruz. How do you prepare for that type of fight?
Oh, definitely it's not going to be. It's definitely not going to be nothing close to what we had to do with Pitbull. With Pitbull, we were boxing a lot shorter, and we had to box, keep him on the outside. With Gary, it's not like that. With Gary, it's going to be, they're both about the same height. It's going to be more about counter punching, finding smart, maybe even having to back them up. I don't know. We're training, we're getting ready. But when the bell rings, we might change from one round to another. We might have to say, look, maybe we have to box, maybe we have to back them up. We'll see once the bell rings. But Rayo will be prepared, and I know Gary will be prepared too. They're dedicated. They're very dedicated fighters too. So I think we're gonna put up a great fight that night.
Yeah, listen, Rayo has one of the coldest photos in boxing history. He knocked out Chris Colbert and then hit the jail pose on him. I was going crazy when that happened.
I
Oh my,
love that picture. It's a great picture.
yeah, I love that. All right, let's I got one more of your fighters I'm going to talk about before I switch the subject. Anthony Joshua trained under you for, I think it was one fight, maybe two.
One fight, one fight.
How different was that for you? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I feel like he's a different style. He's a heavyweight, this big muscular dude. How different was it training Joshua, you know what I'm saying, versus everybody else, if at all?
Look, it was different. Obviously, he's a super heavyweight, so that was a big difference. But me going into camp, me being the new guy in camp, and Anthony Joshua with his crew of like 7 or 8 guys in camp all the time with him. It wasn't easy. I think with Anthony Joshua, because when I came into camp, I told him, why did you guys have to go into the Usyk rematch right away? Take a few fights, get a few wins before that. But Anthony wanted the rematch, so that's what we got. I would have loved to get a couple fights before that, just to get used to each other a little bit more. Even though I was with him for 4 months, I think fight having a couple fights and then going into the rematch would have been much better. Even though I do believe, and a lot of people, mostly everybody, told me that he did look better than the first time, and he did had his better moments than the first fight. I think he would have done much better if we would have been able to get to know each other a little bit better. First camp together against Usyk was not
Yeah,
easy. Believe
yeah.
me, it was not easy. It was a big challenge for me, also for Anthony, getting to know me. I think it would have been better if we would have had a couple fights. But camp was good. We had really good days. We also had a few bad days. There was moments where he was hurting sparring partners. We have videos of him knocking sparring partners out. But there was also days where sparring matches were, sessions were not good at all. So it was that's why I would have loved to get a few more camps with him, just to learn a little bit more from him, and so he could learn more from me. But things didn't happen. I'm busy with my gym. I'm busy with my fighters right now, with so many fighters that I have, that I wouldn't even been able to go back to England to train them, because I
Yeah.
couldn't meet my, he would have had to come to California, and I know that's also hard. It wouldn't be easy for him either. So, I'm happy with what we did. I think it was a learning experience for myself. I would have loved to have my first heavyweight champion, but it happened. Hopefully, in the near future, man.
Hold on, is that something like when y'all work together? Obviously it's a big fight. This is a whole brand new thing. Is that something like you guys? You did one fight and you parted ways. Is that something like a mutual decision, or is it like he made that decision, you made that decision? Like, how does that work for you in terms of like trying to keep a big star like that?
No, after the fight, I did talk to his team, his managers, and everybody involved in his camp, and I told him, look, me personally, I was able to come and work for this fight, but I won't be able to do it I won't be able to come back to England to train, so it would have to be in California. So there was a few things where a few weeks later, is Anthony himself called me with one of his assistants. They called me and we talked, and he said, "Look, I'm not going to be able to go to California, so I'm going to move on." I said, "Great, I wish him good luck." And then, as everybody's, after that, he had like I think four wins in a row.
Yeah,
They kept him busy. That's one thing I did tell his managers: you guys got to keep him busy. Don't let him wait for a big fight. Keep him busy. Fight him 3 months later. Fight him every 3 4 months just to keep his momentum going. And they did. And he had a good run. I think it was 4 fights, great performances. Then came his last fight, and things happened. But he had really, I think, four great performances. I thought he was back on top, and I thought he'd be unbeatable. I don't the way he was performing. I don't think there was any heavyweight. I think he would have beat Usyk the way he was looking. But
mm,
now he lost again. Now he's got to come back. I think now me as a fan, not as a trainer, but as a fan. I would love to see him fight Wilder and then Fury. Those are the two fights that I still want to see as a fan,
yeah.
and that's it. He doesn't need to prove nothing to anybody else. He doesn't need to become a world champion anymore. I think Fury
And Wilder.
and Wilder are the two fights that I would love to see.
Do you like that? Like to be able to train big stars like that, like new guys? Because I feel like a lot of your guys that you developed in the champions, you've been with for a while. Like, is that something that you're open to? Like, let's say Errol Spence comes to you, is like, yo, I got my comeback. I want to train with you. Are you open to that? Like the big stars coming over like that?
Look, I love that too, but my best thing is developing them from the amateurs to the pros to the pro debut. I have a few guys right now, a few fighters right now that are just like Bam was when he was a kid. I have quite a few kids like that. I have some that are already pros, but I started when they started with me since they were early in their careers, and soon to be champions. I like that feeling better, obviously.
Yeah,
But yes, I'm open. Look, a few years back, I had my team, I had everything, and I got a call from Abner Mares and one of his friends, and they invited me to meet, and we clicked, and we decided to train together, and first fight together, he became champion. So yes, I think I could really help, because when Abner came to me, he says, "You know what, Coach? I thought you were gonna teach me to fight forward like Brandon Rios used to do it, like
yeah, bro.
Marcos Maidana used to do it." And I said, "Look, Abner, that was probably my plan too. But when I see you, because I start my fighters up by shadow box for a good 10 rounds just to see them, and I see, and then if I went back to his early fights, I knew he had good footwork, good movement. So I said, look, why don't we bring that back?" And I brought that back. And look, he fought and beat Cuellar by outboxing him. So I like to just bring what they already have, just bring it back and make it better. I'm not gonna change nobody's style. You mentioned guys like Errol Spence. He needs a new voice. It doesn't have to be me. I'm not trying to say you want to come train with me. No, but if I get the call, I would love to. I love those challenges too, where a lot of people might think, Nobody really has a lot of hope on him anymore. You know, Crawford destroyed him and maybe finished his career. No, that might not be the case. Maybe you need something new, something different, somebody to bring the best out of you, not somebody that changes you, somebody that brings the best out of you, and it doesn't have to be me. There's a lot of great trainers that could do that, but he needs something like that. I don't know what his plans are. I don't know what he's doing lately. I knew he was scheduled to fight Fundora, but now the fight's
Yeah,
not on. I really don't know the reason. Maybe he's still not. Maybe he still doesn't hasn't found the right trainer. I don't know. I don't know what the case is, but he does need to make that move, and he needs to make it sooner than later because he's also getting up there in age where he might have just a few fights left, so he
yeah.
can't wait that long either.
Right. Okay. All right. Switching gears a little bit, just a couple more questions, Robert. Uh, one of my favorite fights ever that you were a part of. It hurt my heart so bad, so bad. You broke my heart. Adrian Broner versus Chino Maidana. What a fucking fight! That first of all, that was such an amazing fight from beginning to end. Um, we were actually talking about that on Twitter. A bunch of people on Twitter. We were talking about that fight. What do you remember from that fight? Because I remember before the fight happened, people are like, "Yo, Broner's gonna outbox him." Blah blah blah. Obviously, Maidana's been a tough guy because I remember when he got up from the Amir Khan body shot and then you know what I'm saying did what he did. So I already knew he was a tough guy. But what do you remember about that Broner fight? The preparation for that one?
Look, we knew that nobody was giving us a chance. Only the team knew he could pull it off. Maidana is another example of he came to me after a loss, didn't want to fight anymore, and we brought him back. We motivated him, my gym, my team, my fighters, everybody helped to rebuild Maidana to become what he became. But yeah, that Broner fight, look, the night before the fight, Friday before the fight, in the hotel, other reporters and media people and boxing people at the bar, nobody gave us a chance. Everybody was telling me that I had a great year because that year was great. Mikey was
Yep.
champion, Monito Donaire. I think that I had like three or four champions that year, and everybody was telling me, man, it would be awesome, for you to get for Maidana to win because there's no question that you would be trainer of the year. But Maidana's not gonna win. Nobody gave me a chance.
Yeah.
I made a few bets with some reporters, no money because I never bet money. But like I made some bets on okay, so many push-ups, no
Yeah.
interviews for so long, stuff like that. And
Yeah.
and and when we pulled it off, we knew Maidana style was perfect for somebody like Broner. Just like Maidana did with Mayweather. Same thing, the first fight, pretty much the same thing. But with Broner being in San Antonio in front of nothing but Mexicans, even though Maidana is from Argentina, the Mexicans love Maidana
Yeah.
until this day. Everywhere I go, people still ask me, "Where's Maidana? How's Maidana doing?" And
Yeah.
we're talking 10 years ago. People still want to know what's going on with Madonna because he became a superstar after that. Nobody really gave us a chance. Only the team. We knew we could pull it off. We knew what we had to do, and Maidana did it. Just his style just added a few things. Just kind of brought him in a little bit more with obviously with his condition, with the new voice in his ear. Pressure him to attack and throw punches, stuff like that. That was a great win. It's probably still probably probably one of my biggest wins uh, as a trainer. Uh, I think in my heart, there's been other wins that mean more to me because maybe because of the feeling I have with my fighters, my brother Mikey, Brandon Rios, who's like my son. But my Dana, I think it is probably if not one of the biggest wins of my career as a trainer.
Yo, when he humped him back, oh my
That
God,
was
I
crazy.
died. Yo, I died. Hold up, is he still wearing Floyd's tooth in the chain? Is that real?
He says it's real, but I don't know.
No
Honestly,
way. I said no way. He's this guy.
I don't know. I don't know. That's if it is, then that's awesome. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I haven't. I can't say it is. But if it is, that's badass.
Yeah. Let me read the super chat. It says, "You're a legend, Robert. Do you have African American fighters to come to you young?"
Look, the thing is that where I grew up in Oxnard, it's all Mexicans. It's surrounded. The city is nothing but Mexicans. So there, we've never had any because there's not that many African Americans in Oxnard, and the gym where we grew up in La Colonia, it's a Mexican neighborhood, so it was always Mexicans. And now that I live here in Riverside, the area where I'm at is also the same way. I'm opening up my new gym in March 8th in Moreno Valley, where me, Pete, and all of our guys, we're already excited because we know we're talking about, we're gonna get, because there's a lot of African Americans in Moreno Valley, so we already know, and they're street boys. Moreno Valley is not a beautiful city where there's gangs and there's trouble over there. So we
Yeah.
know we're gonna bring a lot of kids into the gym, and we've already talked about, we might get the next Marvin Hagler. We might get our next Pernell Whitaker. We're excited about that because I want to, but with all my fighters that I have, maybe they feel like a little uncomfortable approaching me. Maybe a fighter, I don't know. You mentioned Errol Spence. Maybe he feels like, oh, maybe Robert won't take me in, or maybe they don't like working with us. Maybe, I don't know. I just want that opportunity because I would love to, because I know how much talent there is, and I know how much we could do. You know what I mean? We're up for it, and we're excited about moving our gym because I know we're gonna get the next. We talk about the next Pernell Whitaker, because
Yeah.
we're excited.
All right, which style do you think is like the toughest style to go against? Because I think that's kind of what makes boxing interesting, right? Is like every region, I don't want to say race per se, but every region has their own style of fighting, right? African American style, you got the Mexican style, like Maidana and those guys. Then you got the Eastern European style, like Maof and Usyk. What style do you feel like is the toughest to go against as a trainer?
I think right now at this moment, the Eastern European style, that's a tough style, man, because those guys are so strong physically, but they're also awkward. They're difficult. They're not, they're not easy to connect. They're so difficult with their footwork, with their style, with their punches. Also, you don't see none of them just a great fighter. Triple G is probably the only one that I would say had a great style moving in and throwing nice combinations, nice work, nice body punch and everything. But the others are, Madrimov is very awkward. We talk about, Loma is very difficult. His footwork
Yeah.
is unbelievable. So they're all difficult. Not and most of them are so fucking strong, man. Most of them are
Oh
so
yeah, they
strong.
are.
I don't
Yeah.
know what they're doing since they're kids, but they're working out since they're kids to one day be what they are, because that's something that you don't give to a fighter in 3 months, in one year. It's something they grow up doing and being since they're kids, and that's one thing about them. We one thing that we always say, and I talk to a lot of matchmakers, especially one that works for Top Rank a lot. He always tells me, be careful with the punchers, because that puncher always has a chance. Even in the last minute, he has that chance. So always be careful with the punchers. And it's true. A puncher could be losing every single round, but one punch lands and
Yeah.
he could win by knockout. It's happened before. It happened to me as a fighter when I fought Ben Taki. I was winning and boxing the shit out of him for 10 rounds, and then in the last round he caught me and knocked me out. So that is true. But look, I like my fighters being in great fights, and my fighters love that too.
Yeah.
Rayo choosing Russell in his first title defense, he could have easily said, "I want a voluntary title defense against somebody lighter." But no, he said yes to Russell. Virgil, after his tough fight, now he's going against Madrimov.
Yeah.
Bam doesn't want any stay busy fights. He wants to unify. He wants to fight great fights. If not, he'd rather not fight. So you know what I mean. Those are the fighters that we have. Those are the fighters that I have. The ones that love the big fights, the big names, and they're that's why I think that's what makes my gym so good and so talented that they're all looking for those big fights, and all the young fighters are seeing that too, so they want to do the same, and that's
A
why I
lot
have so much talent.
a lot of people asking about Chop Chop in your stable.
Chop Chop is probably from the young fighters, because I have Raymond Murataya, who is fighting for the world title in his next fight, so he's already up there. And I talked about him 45 years ago about him being my next star, and I think he will be. But Chop Chop right now, he's still fighting 8 rounds. I think he's going to be like I talked about Bam early in his career. I think
Yeah.
Chop Chop's my next guy. Right, that kid is special. I think that kid is the future of RGBA, and the future of just not RGBA but boxing.
Yeah.
I have so many other fighters. I can name you 20 of my stable fighters that are great fighters and all have potential of being world champions one day. But Chop Chop is that special one.
Yo, two more questions, Rob. One, let's get to some boxing news. Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia, the rematch. Probably one of the most anticipated fights of 2025. They're talking about. We all saw how the first one went. Crazy drama just leading up to the fight. Ryan, he has a couple knockdowns, kind of battered Devin, but then he popped for Osterine. So what do you think as far as the rematch is concerned? Like when your boxing brain is looking at it, considering, if both are on even playing fields, clean, no Osterine, nothing, how do you see a rematch going between those guys?
Well, I think the rematch is still going to happen, and it still should happen, even though they're both fighting against different opponents before that. Uh, win or lose, it doesn't matter. It still needs to happen because of what happened with Ryan testing positive, and obviously Haney, the lawsuit and this and that, and all that he's been talking. But let's be real. The damage was done. So nobody knows how well Haney's going to come back and prepare, and maybe that's why he wants a fight before that. But he chose one of my fighters to come back and fight against Jose Ramirez. So the fight,
Yeah,
it's not going to be easy either. Jose is going to put him into give him a big test, and it's going to be a great fight. Jose's going to be ready, and he's motivated to go out there and do it. But like I said, win or lose, it's still a fight that needs to happen because they have so much beef with each other. There's been so much talk back and forth. Haney's dad, Ryan, the steroids, this and that. I think even if Ryan was to lose his next fight, because he's fighting Rollies has power. Anything would happen. So if either one loses, or even if both are to lose, that fight still needs to happen. I think it's a fight that doesn't matter the results from their next fight. They still need to fight each other.
yeah. Who you got winning?
Look, if they do it again, I think Ryan. I think Ryan beats him again.
Okay.
Ryan's got
Okay.
it. I think Ryan's got that speed, that power, and that beating Haney took. It's not easy to come back from. Those are beatings that could damage a career for good. Hopefully not, because he's also a great athlete. He's also a great person. He's shown me nothing but respect every time I see him and his dad. They've always shown me respect, but I still got to go with Ryan.
What about Canelo versus Crawford? That's the other big one everybody's talking about. He got to move up 2 weight divisions to do it. How do you see that one?
You know what? Can't wait for that, because I, I know very few people think Crawford has a chance. I think he's got a shot, man. Crawford's a great boxer, great fighter, very smart, great heart. So, man, I pick Canelo, but I wouldn't be surprised if Crawford just pulls off a decision, because he's got the skills to do it. He's got the speed. He's got great power also. Uh, he wants this fight so bad that that he's gonna give it all. I know Canelo's younger, and Canelo is already, even though he's younger, I think Canelo's already looking into towards the end of his career, maybe a year or so left in his career, maybe 3 or 4 fights. So all that could play a role. I think Crawford's just gonna go out. Maybe this is gonna be Crawford's last fight, win or lose, but
Yeah.
he's gonna go out there and give it his all. I think he'll put up a good fight. I pick Canelo to pull it off, but I would be so happy and I wouldn't be surprised if Crawford beats him.
Yeah, I think Crawford's gonna win that one, man. I just feel like that, the style Canelo always struggles against. If a guy got a jab and he can use some lateral movement, it's just a little tougher for him. And I think between Bud's IQ, I don't think he's an old man where he can't, use lateral movement enough during the fight. But I think he's crafty. And when I stood next to both of them, he don't look, I think he might be the taller guy.
He might be a little bit taller, yeah.
Yeah, maybe the taller guy. So I think with the jab and the IQ, he might be able to pull that off.
And look, and I think getting closer to the fight, I might also lean towards Crawford because I could also see Crawford, that jab that he has, like you said, lateral movements and jab, and I could see him frustrating Canelo. I could see Canelo frustrating himself and then making mistakes towards the late rounds, and that could even make it easier for Crawford. So I could see that happening too. So like I said, I wouldn't be surprised because I know how good Crawford is, and I would love to see that. But at this moment, I still pick Canelo, but it's just very very it's very close, very close.
Last one, Morrell versus David Benavidez, the Mexican monster.
Look, I know David Benavidez. Since he was 15, he was in my gym sparring guys like Kelly Pavlik and stuff like that. So I've always known them. I've always supported them. So I'm cheering for him. But it's a great fight, man. Morrell is very strong. He's a very technical fighter. He could counter punch. He could punch also. He's got great power. So it's a fight that could go either way. I pick Benavidez because I know him. I know
Yeah.
him, and I'm gonna be cheering him for him. But that fight has all everything to be one of the best fights of the year because we're starting off the year with some great fights. We got the rematch with Bivol and and
Yeah.
Beterbiev, and we also have Virgil and Madrid both on that same card where those two fights could be fight of the year or could be candidates. And then we have then, but we have Morrell and Benavides a few weeks early. That could also be, and that's only in February. So we're gonna have a great year of great fights. I think this year is gonna be great for boxing. I think this year is gonna bring the best out of boxing with all the fights coming together, all those promoters being able to work with each other and promoting fights against each other. I think what's going on with Turkey Al Sheikh, I think he's doing a great job making these guys fight each other. I think this year's gonna be better than last year.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, listen, Robert, I really appreciate you pulling up, man. Usually I let the fans ask some questions, but I went over today because I had a lot of questions for you.
I don't
So
know how I got a few more minutes if you want to get some questions, but that's up
yeah,
to
yeah.
you.
Is that cool? Nah, I want to get it. I just want to be respectful of your time.
No,
All
go for
right.
it.
Yo, listen, fans, y'all know how we do, man. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat. You can come talk to Robert. You know the rules. If you showing love, we appreciate that. If you a hater, I tolerate that. But if you disrespect my guests, you're getting booted. No disrespect on my channel or my guests. Y'all know the rules. All right, link is now in the chat. If you have any questions for Robert Garcia, please hit the link. Come up. I'll bring you up right now. The last thing I want to ask you while they pouring in right now. We mentioned Turkey Al Sheikh, right? Like I call him Big Turk. Big Turk is changing the sport right now. This guy is doing things that nobody else can pull off, and I think just because how much money he's willing to spend. Do you think that it's getting mixed reviews? Like I see some people, they say they love it. I see other people saying they think it's bad for boxing, what he's doing. How do you feel about what Turkey's doing right now?
Well, I think it's great for boxing, man, because what the fights that he's putting up, and he's putting up the money. Those are fights that we wouldn't see if it was just promoters here in the States, because one fighter wants the biggest piece of the cake, and the other one is not going to take a very small piece, so we don't see those fights happening. With him, he's putting up the money so both fighters could be happy, both fighters could be okay with their purse, and then they fight each other. I think as long as it lasts, because I'm not saying this is going to be forever. This could be, we could get 3, 4, 5 years. Hopefully we could get more. I'm in
Yeah,
this business. I have fighters, I have kids that are going to be fighting 15 years from now. So I would love this to continue. Me as a trainer, manager, I love this because my fighters are getting paid 3 times more than what they were getting paid before. So
yeah.
definitely a good thing for us people that are involved in boxing. I love what Turkey Lashik is doing.
Okay. All right, let me bring him up. Homie says viewer questions and ask one himself. Yeah, it's my channel, brother. What you mean? Of course, I'm gonna ask some questions. All right, let me bring up Rafael. Rafael 32. What's popping? Yo,
Yeah, I got an echo on my side. But one of my questions for
yo, you hear no echo. You
one of
good
my
on my
questions for one of my questions for Robert is are you guys ready to expect the unexpected from Haney and and
Look, we know Haney's a great fighter, great athlete, and we expect to have the best, to see the best out of Haney. I think Haney is going to prepare, and I think he's going to be the best out of him. I think he's a great athlete, and he has a great team behind him. So I expect the best out of Haney, definitely.
and my other question is which one of Fernando Vargas' sons do you think will become champion first?
Well, look, I think Emiliano, the youngest, who is signed with Top Rank, could be the one that becomes the champion the fastest, even though he's the youngest. But that's because of Top Rank. Because Top Rank, Brad Goodman, is a great matchmaker, and they know exactly how to build a fighter. Top Rank is probably the best company to build up a fighter and take them in the direction to become a world champion. That's the reason I think Emiliano. The other two are talented. They're all talented, and they're pushing themselves also to big fights. But I think Emiliano, because of Top Rank, is could probably be the one that gets the title opportunity first.
Thank you. That's all I have. Thank you,
Thank
yeah,
you.
thank
Naj.
you, thank you, brother. Yeah, I like that fight because that was a good fight against Arnold Barboza. That last one, that was a good fight. Let me get Combat Lover to the stage. Combat Lover, what's popping?
How you doing, brother? How you doing?
What's
What's
up,
up?
man?
And
We got Robert Garcia here. Talk to me.
big salute to Robert Garcia. I'm calling from Malaysia as usual. And my question is about the latest announcement from Turkey Al Sheikh about the boxing league. What do you think about this? I mean, what do you think this is something good for boxing? And do you think this is going to put the coaches on another level? Because if you are talking about league, then you talk about searching for new fighters and scouting for fighters. Do you think that that's something we are looking forward to?
I'm definitely looking forward to it. I already have 3 of my fighters, signed up. And there's a couple more that we're gonna sign up pretty soon. So I'm already excited about that. When and how we're on the way. The good thing is that my fighters could still fight. I'm still getting my fighters. I got my fighters lined up to fight in February and March. So they're still gonna stay busy, just waiting for that moment. But yeah, I already have 3 of my guys signed up. So definitely can't wait. It's gonna be a good one.
Okay, yeah, thank you for that information. And I just want to put it out because when we talk about league, we are talking about we're gonna compare it with the kind of structure that we have that is existing, maybe football, maybe basketball league. So what I want to understand is we got a lot of fighters out there, right? And is this gonna be based on weight class? Like or it's just gonna be like country, or I don't know the classification. I just want to know how is this competition gonna work out, and what is it gonna be for the coaches? Because I think it's gonna be like a team thing. The coaches get to benefit more in this kind of this and this kind of thing. So that's my question.
Well, look, I'm not very familiar with all that. I was told something like that too. But more information, I know I will get pretty soon. But I know that it for a fact it's going to be something that's going to work for the fighters. I'm excited about it for my fighters, not just because, I'm already busy. I already have a lot of work. I already have fighters. I think it's gonna be good for my fighters because it's gonna keep them busy, and they're not too much about you have to be winning. Even if you lose, you're still you're they're not gonna drop you because you lost. They're still gonna be using you. They're still, just like you said, if you have a basketball game, you lose tonight, but you might win tomorrow. So same thing with boxing, and my fighters are excited. They know the risk. They know what they're getting into, but they're excited because they know they're gonna perform. And that's what makes it exciting because we're not looking at just you have to win. We know that you can win them all, but even if you don't win one, you're still gonna continue being part of it. So that's what makes it great.
Yeah, and one last question.
Hold
I'm
on, now,
sorry,
I
Nige.
got the last one, man. I only got one more left because
Yeah. Just this last one. Okay.
last one, man.
Okay. I'm talking to the OG. I gotta get the best out of
Ah,
it.
it's over. You
I gotta.
over, man. I gotta get to the
Yeah, I'm
last
sorry. I'm
one.
sorry. I got this one
All
there.
right. Oh,
You got him off.
yeah, it was too. I know you gotta respect the time. Combat. I'm sorry, man. You was going too long. Last one, Rob. That's cool.
Nah, no problem.
All right, let me get DJ to the stage. DJ, what's popping?
Yo, what's the word?
What's going on, brother? I got Robert
Word,
Garcia up here
Nike.
talking to you.
Shout out Rob, man. Big fan.
DJ.
Love your work. You said Bam don't want to fight unless he get that big fight. Who do Bam want to fight? Who you want to see, or who do you see him
Well,
fight?
he wants to unify, and there's three other champions. One of them, the one that we actually are pushing for, but it looks like he's already lined up to fight Ioka. That's Martinez from Argentina because
Right.
we've already talked about it. He's built himself to a good name in the division, and that's the fight that we want. But as of
Okay.
right now, he's already scheduled, I believe, to fight Ioka. So we don't know if any of the other champions are available. Where many fighters, don't even know who they are. We know that one of them is Cafu.
Yeah.
He's a champion, but so that's what Bam wants, unifications. And like I said, if it's not if it's not anything big, then I think our next move is gonna be to 118.
I'll move down. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to see what Bam. We want to see him in the ring. One of the
Yeah,
most
I
fun
think we're
fighters in
work,
the
we're
world
working on
besides Tank.
something. We're putting something together for the month of May.
Okay.
If like I said, hopefully a unification fight against any of the champions. Uh, uh, there's also the possibility of a Chocolatito fight because I know he's also available. So we'll see. But it's gonna be in May, and like
Okay.
like I said, if nothing like that happens, then I wouldn't be surprised if maybe we move up to 118.
We want to take it. Okay.
All right,
Already. I just want to
Yo,
see
thanks,
Bam. I
DJ.
awesome.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Already appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yo, Rob, it's one more person in the queue if you cool.
Yeah, no, I'm cool.
Yo, Johnny Boy, man. Johnny Boy Boxing. Salute, brother. Thank you, man. Oh, by the way, before I bring this guy up, Bam told me that it was a legendary sparring session with him and Chocolatito. We
It
need
was.
that, bro. Let me drop a bar. We need that fight.
It was honestly. It wasn't a sparring match where Bam dominated or Chocolatito dominated. It was a beautiful sparring. It was one of those beautiful sparring where both are so talented and both did such a good job that you couldn't say, oh, Bam got the best out of him or Chocolatito got the best out of him. I'm being real. Chocolatito's the real deal, man. He gave Bam all he could handle, and Bam did the same. So a fight between them would be huge. So hopefully something this year, because I know Bam will move up to 118 sooner than later.
All right. Yo, Boxing 25. Boxing 2025. Last one.
Yo, what up, my boys? Yo, Mr. Garcia, congrats on winning the Coach of the Year last year. I just got one question.
Thank you,
What's
appreciate
your
it.
top five pound for pound right now?
Look, at pound for pound right now, I think Usyk is number one,
So,
Inouye number two. I want to say Crawford, even though he only had one fight last year, but he still has to be up there. He's still pound for pound up there, number three. And next, maybe I'm being biased, but I think Bam. I think Bam
for sure,
belongs.
yeah, I was gonna say Bam
Bam
too.
belongs to number four. Right after him, Beterbiev, Bivol, Canelo, all those guys are also there. Tank should be in the top 10
For
also.
sure,
But I think Bam should be number four and Canelo number five. That's the way I
for
see it.
sure.
Maybe because he's my fighter, maybe people think otherwise, but that's my number.
I think with Bam's performances, especially last year, like he for sure should be in that top 5, no doubt. But
Appreciate
yeah,
it.
that
Thank you
was
very much.
thank y'all so much. Good luck to this year, coach.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, man. Yo, Rob, thank you, man. I appreciate your time, brother. Thank you for pulling up. Salute my boy Peter too,
Awesome.
man.
Awesome.
Hey,
Thanks for having me.
I'm gonna come by the gym, man. Once you get
Anytime.
the gym, you know what I'm saying? I'm
You're more than
La
welcome.
Raza, I'm La Raza too, man. You know
All
what I'm saying?
right. Yeah, you're more than welcome to come anytime.
All right, Rob. I'll talk to you
All
later.
right.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yo, come on, y'all. Come on. Come on, man. We getting people from all over, man. That was a dope episode. Robert Garcia, Trainer of the Year, 2024. Trainer of the Year, 2024. I had to get him. That was a great episode. A lot of gems. I like that part where he was talking about Anthony Joshua. That was a very interesting part. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just how it is to take on a big star. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right. Carlo La Raza. You know what I'm saying? I like the Mexican people, man. I like how the Mexicans give it up. I like how they, you know, their enthusiasm. They at every fight. They make sure their presence is felt. So I love and respect the Mexican community, man. But very, very dope interview. I was excited about that one. And all right, let's get to a couple things. Let me drop my bomb first. Let me get to a couple things. Now, I'm not ending yet. Nah, we still got some more to go. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Najee abandoned FBA for La Raza. Who's FBA? I ain't abandoned, but La Raza, I like them boys over there. I like La Raza, you know what I'm saying? What's your thoughts on the FBA thing? What's FBA? I don't know what that is. What is that? What is that? I'm a dick for cutting them off. Nah, you can't, bro. You getting 2 questions. You can't over talk me. I'm the host, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I tell you that's it, you gotta wrap it up. All right. Getting Nonito Donaire on next. Yo, David, it's crazy because I actually just spoke to Nonito on the phone yesterday. Me and Nonito spoke on the phone yesterday. Good guy. Really good guy. We got on the phone yesterday and chopped it up. And yeah, we got some stuff on the works. Me and Nonito Donaire. Oh, Tariq Nasheed. Oh, okay. I didn't know FBA. I gotta check more into it, but y'all know, come on, man. Y'all know what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm about. Yesterday was Martin Luther, 2 days ago, Martin Luther King Day. Don't do that. I'm glad I subscribed. Thank you, bro. Thank you for subscribing. All right, yo, listen, let me tell this story. Y'all want to hear this Tank story or not? A lot of people asked me about Tank. A lot of people was asking me about Tank. I don't know. Did y'all see I posted it on the community chat. I posted it on my Instagram. Tank is coming at me, man. Y'all want to hear the story? Hold up. Let me get another beer real quick. I'm drinking beer tonight. Hold up. All right. Yeah, let's get it. Listen. A lot of people been asking me about this. You know what I'm saying? Usually I be on the Don Shmulio, but now I got to be at work early tomorrow, so it's just it's a beer night tonight. You feel me? It's a beer night tonight. But let's get to it. Before we get to the debate topics of the day, we're gonna get to the debate topics of the day. We're gonna address the Tank shit. Because a lot of people been asking me, like, yo, why Tank keep coming at you? You know, I need a little beer come off of work. You know what I'm saying? It's not a Don Julio night. I saved that for the weekend. But a lot of people been asking me about, hold on, let me post my boys, Johnny Boy Boxer, salute, about Tank. My boy Ringside Views in the building. Naj African, can't be FBA. Nigga, we all African. If you black, I mean, I'm not from Africa, you know. My parents not from Africa. I just got an African name. You know, in the 80s, it was Black Power. You feel me? All right. Let me get this. Let me get this off. Let me get this off. Yeah, Heineken, cheers. Yo, if you got something, you know, sip something with me, roll something up with me. You feel me? Let's talk. Let's talk, family. I know cigar talk. This family. So look, it seems like Tank been trolling me. Tank been trolling me. Ever since I did the interview with Keyshawn Davis, we drink water too, brother. You know what I'm saying? We do all that. Ever since I did the interview with Keyshawn Davis that went viral, Cigar Talk, you know we go viral. Tank been mad. Now listen, this Cigar Talk, I keep it real. I say my opinion. I say how I feel. I don't cap. I say how I feel. Nigga said Naj look like Hush Puppy, the Nigerian finesse. I ain't gonna lie. JD, that's crazy. Hush Puppy is insane. I keeps it real. Oh, is Rachel in here? Rachel Donaire in here? That's my dog. If she in here, we gonna do some shit with Nonito. But listen, so let me get this off. Let me get this off. I was over here. Sniff a line is nasty work, bro. You're wilding right now. All right, so I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on. I did an interview. If you're not familiar, you don't know what's going on. I did an interview with Keyshawn Davis right before his last fight with what's old boy Lemos. I did the interview right before that, the week before or the week of the fight. You know what I'm saying? I came on the show. Keyshawn was on the show. Somebody, y'all know how y'all do. The super chats come in, and I'm going to ask the super chats. I do this for y'all. This is why I do it. I do this for y'all. So if y'all ask the super chat, I'm going to ask the guests. So I asked the super chat. The super chat said something about, yo, we want to see Keyshawn Davis versus Gervonta Davis. I said, you know what? I want to see that too. So I asked the question. Keyshawn starts going off on his shit, talking about, I want that fight, blah, blah, blah. And I told Keyshawn, I said, Key, this is Tank we're talking about. Tank, this is Tank, nigga. Like, I know you want the fight, but this is Tank. And Keyshawn said, what you trying to hype me up, nigga? Yeah, I want that fight. And Keyshawn started getting in his bag. Now, I wasn't saying that for Key to get in his bag, but if a nigga gonna get in his bag, it's Cigar Talk. We're gonna hype it up if a nigga get in his bag. So that happened, and Tank got mad. Started wilding on me on Twitter in public, saying all type of shit. Cool. I told him, I said, yo, bro, you mad at the wrong person, man. I'm still a fan. And then he ended by saying, fuck you. I said, fuck me? What'd he say fuck me for? So anyway, fast forward. I don't know if this was yesterday or the day before. Might have been the day before. I posted a tweet. If y'all follow me on Twitter, you know I posted up a tweet. Uh-oh, Rachel's in the building. Rachel Donaire. Make sure y'all show love to Rachel Donaire. That's the queen of Nonito. Make sure y'all show Rachel some love. Nonito's at the gym right now. Me and Nonito got some dope stuff coming up. Shout out to Rachel Donaire in the building. Drop a bomb for Rachel. That's a fact. Why you don't take it out on Keyshawn? That's a fact. So, let me give you an update. I get Shakur on. If you was here, what was this, about a week ago? We had Shakur Stevenson on, or maybe 2 weeks ago now. We had Shakur Stevenson on. I was asking him about Kid Austin. He didn't come to the fight. To the press conference. So, you know what I'm saying? I had Keyshawn, I had Shakur on. Whatever. Now, we get here. I put a tweet up. Y'all know me. I'm on Twitter at Najee Chill. My Twitter be busting. It was 5 days ago. I wrote a tweet. I said, if Terrence Crawford is able to beat Canelo, he's in the top 5 of boxing ever. It's debatable, but that's how I'm feeling. Terrence Crawford, 2-time undisputed, cleaned out 140. He won his first title at 35. He beat Ricky Burns. Then he cleaned out 140. And then he went to 47. That's when we saw Prime Bud. Prime Bud at 47. He stopped every single opponent at 147. Drop a bomb for Terrence Crawford. And then, of course, we saw the Spence fight. Most anticipated boxing event of that year. And he did what he did. So we got a 5-division champion, 2-time undisputed. And if he beats Canelo Alvarez, because likely Canelo's going to fight William Skull for the IBF in May, and then he's going to fight Terrence Crawford for undisputed at 168. If Terrence Crawford is able to beat Canelo in 5 divisions, you got to understand that's not regular. That is not regular, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. It's not regular. If he does that, we got to be in contention. If you don't want to say top 5, we got to agree to top 10. Top 5, I get it. It's a little tough because there's a lot of great boxers in the history of the sport. I think top 5, but if you're against that, cool. But top 10, come on. We're not doing that. His resume's not pure shit. Matter of fact, that's the debate topic of the day. Terrence Crawford, will he be top 5 if he beats Canelo? Let's debate it. So let me finish. Let's get back to Tank. Let me finish. 100% helmet. Salute my boy Helmet in the building. It's special, but he got to do it first. You're right. That ain't no easy task to do that. So listen. Let's get back to Tank real quick before we get to the topic. So I write this tweet. Terrence Crawford, if he beats Canelo, is top 5 ever in the history of boxing. The tweet went viral. Devin Haney responded to the tweet. Salute to Devin Haney. Devin Haney responded. He reposted and said, you know what? I agree with you. Salute to Devin Haney. He said, I agree with you. I got a lot of people that agreed with it. I got a lot of people that disagreed with it, but it went viral. Next thing I know, I'm chilling. I'm at my mama crib, y'all. I went to mama crib. I think it might have been a Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I went to my mom crib. I got to make sure mama good. You know what I'm saying? Pay a couple of them bills. Yo, mama, I love you. I do this for you. I'm at my mama crib. And I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? And then I check Twitter. My Twitter going off. Now, normally, my Twitter is always up. Like, I get a lot of engagement. So my shit always going, but it was going off. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then Tank retweets my tweet of Terrence Crawford and said, this guy's a meat lover. Meat lover?
Hey, yo.
Meat lover?
Hey, yo.
Hold up.
Hey, boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way.
Meat lover is crazy. I don't love no meat. I might as well be Muslim. Salam alaikum. We not eating red meat. Pause. We not doing that. We not doing that. Meat lover is insanity. Salam alaikum. I'm not eating meats. But what I do is I show love when it's necessary. If I think someone needs to be recognized, I'm going to recognize you. If I think someone needs to be critiqued, then I'm going to critique you. That's what I do. That's what I'm doing in the sport of boxing. But he ain't like the fact that I said that. He didn't like the fact that I said Terrence Crawford is going to be top 5 if he beat Canelo. Thank you, Mark. I'm vegan. Meat lover? Stop it, 5. Stop it, 5. So, one is, if I make an opinion, some people gonna feel a type of way. That's just how it goes. When people care about your opinion, some people feel a type of way. Now, here's my thing. Yo, why y'all always keep saying my bomb sound like a toilet flushing, bro? Judah, what are you talking about? This is a bomb. Funk Flex bomb. Now, a lot of people are saying, yo, why you don't get at him? Why you go crazy? A lot of people want me to crash out on them. And this is what you got to understand. Number one, I'm a professional. I take my craft seriously. What we doing here, I'm a professional. I'm not here to go and crash out and do this and be gangster on TV. I'm not here to do that, brother. One, you got to understand. Now, I'm not drunk. I only had a beer. I'm keeping it real. Ain't nobody drunk. Drop a bomb. I'm telling y'all this. Yo, y'all wilding on my sound effects, though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm telling y'all this. I am a professional. I also have a career corporate job. I work for Sony Records. So me going here and being gangster and doing all of this, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. But what I am is a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a man. So all the internet, we don't gotta tennis that. You know what I'm saying? If it's real energy, I don't tennis internet. That's not nothing. That's why would I do that? I leave that for y'all. Y'all can go beef on the internet and all that. I'm not into that. And I don't have no problem. I have no problem with Tank. None at all. He seems to have a problem with my opinion, but that's your problem, brother. That don't got nothing to do with me, brother. We drop classic interviews. Your best conversation is on Cigar Talk, brother. So I'm gonna let y'all know right now. That's how it's gonna go. If he want to be mad, you just gonna have to be mad. That's just what it is. But I'm gonna talk how I talk. I'm gonna continue to give my opinion, and I'm gonna continue to bring the real shit to the boxing streets. Nod sounds shook. If that's how you take it, JD, then let me drop a bomb for you. I'm not one of these guys. People can say anything. Whatever you say, cool. Whatever you think, cool. But I'm me, and I'm a man first. So what I'm up here to do is be professional, and I'm up here to give my opinion, and I'm up here to give great interviews. So if anybody's mad at that, it's not really nothing I can do about that, man. Sorry about that. But my door is open. If you want to come back and get the best interview, you can come back to Cigar Talk. Sumar, I will be at the fight. I will be at the presser. I have no problems, no beefs. I'm just here to do my job, brother. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at. I just wanted to get that off because, you know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all been asking me. A lot of people been hitting me, DMing me, blah, blah, blah. So that's where it is, bro. That's where I'm at. That's what it's going. Now, let's get to the topic of the day. The new content piece will be out right before damn, I was about to say who it was. I don't even want to say who it was, but I'm shooting it next week. 24 hours with. I'm spending 24 hours with your favorite fighter, and we're going to get in depth about everything. 24 hours with, bro. New content piece from Cigar Talk. Somebody in here last time said, they said, hey, yo, you doing sleepovers with niggas? Yo, come on, you wildin', boy. 24 hours with. It's not Shakur Stevenson. You think it's Shakur Stevenson, but it's not Shakur Stevenson. First episode is going to be with somebody that y'all fuck with. I'm spending 24 hours with your favorite fighter. I'm going to give you all access. Whatever they do, we doing. If they go to the gym, we in the gym. If they running, I'm running. If we in the crib chilling, we chilling. I'm going to give you the access so we know what these fighters do, how they live. And you know I got to ask them questions, man. Naj's doing slumber parties with boxers. Yo, slumber parties is crazy. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, y'all wilding right now. You taking your PJ slumber parties is insanity. Salute my boy Mace in the building. Listen, I just want y'all to know 24 hours is about to be the hottest boxing content on the streets. If anybody start jacking my shit, they start doing 24 hours, you know where it came from. I'm the originator. Yo, chat, y'all wilding. Slumber party Naj is insanity. 24 hours. Coming soon. I'm shooting it next week. First one is next week. I'm shooting it next week. All right. Now let's get to the topics. Let's get to the topics. Matter of fact, I just want to get to this one topic because it went viral. I want to see what y'all think about it. Like I said, I'm gonna give you what I'm giving you right now. Let me set it up. Let me set the table. Yo, you could call the episode Pillow Talk. Nah, Pillow Talk is nasty work, son. Yo, JD, you about to be on timeout, nigga. JD, you about to be on timeout for Pillow Talk. All right. Yo, y'all, why chat on fire today. The chat is on fire today. Pillow Talk, cuddling. Come on, man. Y'all gonna see how fire this is. 24 hours with the hottest boxing content in the boxing world. Yeah, maybe not. Tank, I don't know. I'll ask him. Maybe not. All right. What I want to get to, yo, is Terrence Bud Crawford. We got to get to this because a lot. Oh, my boy Just Do in the building. Salute Just Do. Najee versus Tank, the buildup is crazy. Tank, yeah, I don't know why, man. I don't know why, man. Listen, man, I don't understand it, but here we are. Here we are. No, man, it's not with Shakur. Relax, brother. Relax. All right. Let's get to it. Salute Just Do Boxing in the building. Make sure y'all check out his channel, Just Do Boxing. Really great content. Really great boxing creator. All right. Terrence Crawford, is he top 5 ever if he beats Canelo Alvarez? Is he top 5 ever all time if he beats Canelo Alvarez? I saw Blue Blood made a video too. Blue Blood Sports. Salute the Blue Blood. I say yes, and I'm going to tell you why. Well, first, I'm going to give the order. Well, not the order. I'm going to just give 5 people, you know what I'm saying, that I think makes sense as far as top 5 is concerned. Number 1, no order. This is no order. Number 1, Sugar Ray Robinson. You can't really debate that. Sugar Ray Robinson, we're talking a guy with 100+ fights. We're talking a guy with multiple big wins, multiple titles. Sugar Ray Robinson, all time. Number 2, Muhammad Ali. Y'all can't smoke in my building, man. It's a no smoking building. I got one of them luxury no smoking buildings. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali is number 2. And again, no order. This is no order. But what I'm telling you is Muhammad Ali, just by one is the level of competition that he's faced and beat. Come on. George Foreman, Joe Frazier, Ken Norton. Come on, y'all. Henry Cooper. We got real legends that Muhammad Ali has done. So that's 2. Number 3. Let's get to it. Number 3. It gotta be Sugar Ray Leonard. Sugar Ray Leonard is a bad boy. Like, do you really watch him? Do y'all really watch him? Sugar Ray Leonard, we talking about speed, power, lateral movement, IQ. He beat Tommy Hearns. He beat Roberto Duran. Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Come on, man. Sugar Ray Leonard. Now, here's where it starts getting crazy. Here's where it starts getting crazy. Black Boy Max, salute, right? Yeah, you can't smoke in my building, man. I ain't trying to get fined. Number 4, Floyd Money Mayweather. He's beat the most champions in boxing history. Look at the competition. We're talking Manny Pacquiao. We're talking Juan Manuel Marquez. We're talking Sugar Shane Mosley. We're talking Canelo Alvarez. We're talking Oscar De La Hoya. Bro, Floyd Mayweather, bro. Floyd Mayweather, bro. And number 5. Number 5. Terrence Bud Crawford. If he beats Canelo Alvarez and moves up to 168, do y'all understand what that means? Yes, Bud over Mike Tyson. Absolutely. I love Mike Tyson. Every time Mike Tyson stepped up to the A level, he lost. Evander Holyfield twice, he lost. Lennox Lewis, he lost. Floyd Money Mayweather's number 4, and number 5. Yo, Lenny, what's up, man? Salute my boy Lenny P back. Heineken ain't tearing me up. I'm just talking my shit. I'm in my bag. I'm in rare form. But let's debate it. Terrence Crawford, is he top 5 ever if he beats Canelo? And also, let's talk about his resume, because a lot of people disrespect Bud's resume. And this is what I got to say. Salute Lenny P, my cousin in the building. My cousin Lenny P, that's my white cousin. Terrence Bud Crawford, a lot of people disrespect his resume. Roy Jones, listen, I love Roy Jones. I love him. Pause.
Hey, yo.
But let's talk about his resume. Terrence Bud Crawford gets a lot of flack on his resume, and this is what we got to understand as fans, y'all. Names, name brand fighters, that's one thing. Of course, we all love the name brand fights, of course. But you cannot discount the tough and hard fights of people that aren't name brand at the time you fought them. You have to be aware of and give context to the wins at the time these fights were fought. What am I saying? What are you saying, Naj? When Terrence Crawford fought Bradis Prescott was a monster. You got to remember. Amir Khan at the time was that guy. You can't just look in hindsight when you're judging a resume. You got to look at how it was at the time. Amir Khan at the time was one of the scariest fighters. Super speed, good power. We didn't know he didn't have a chin yet until Bradis Prescott flatlined that nigga. Bradis Prescott at the time, what he did to Amir Khan sent shock through the boxing world. This guy has the power. His right hand was knocking shit down. Terrence Crawford at the time, that's the first fight I ever heard of him, was against Bradis Prescott. I remember I was like, he had dreads at the time. I'm like, who is this nigga? Who's this nigga with the dreads? And what he did to Bradis Prescott was disgusting work. That's when I first realized, I was like, oh, who is this Terrence Crawford guy? Then we got to go to his win. Ricky Burns was a good win. That was a good win at 35. First world title. But you got to look at this, though. When we got to the 140-pound division, this is a win. Y'all got to understand, again, I don't know if y'all was there, if y'all was really watching and studying the sport at that time. This is one thing you got to understand. Victor Postol, European, was one of the best fighters in the sport at the time. Arguably a pound-for-pound fighter, if not top 10, right outside the top 10. Matias was coming off of knocking shit down. I said Matias, excuse me. Matisse was the beast at 140. Matisse was the beast at 140. No liquor, just Heineken tonight. Drink more water. He might have been right outside. If we talk about the best in 140, Victor Postol was absolutely that. Do the homework. Do your education. Do your Googles. Victor Postol came off of beating the boogeyman. Y'all understand that Matisse at the time was the boogeyman. People was ducking him. People was ducking Matisse. And Victor Postol put the beats on him. He beat Iadin. What's his name? Iadin? I think his name Iadin. Y'all remember Iadin? He was knocking shit. Victor Postol put the beats on him. You're capping. Postol was not even top 15. You're capping. Do the homework. Do the education. Look it up. I was there. Oh, facts. And Danny's my man. Danny is my man. But a lot of people avoided Postol. And Bud came and whooped on Postol. Whooped on Victor Postol. And we talking about a prime Gamboa. Whooped on Gamboa. He took a punch, though. Gamboa hurt him. Do the homework. You got to do the education. You're not doing the education. You're not doing the education. There you go. Selik Aydin, Martin Prince. He was one of them guys at the time knocking shit. You got to do the homework. Y'all wasn't there. I know a lot of y'all is the YNs. A lot of y'all is the young niggas. Y'all YNs. I was there. I just wasn't tweeting yet at this point, but I was there. So let's get to it. Terrence Crawford, let's talk about his resume. And if you think he's top 5 if he beats Canelo. And if not, tell me where. Link is in the chat. Come up. Let's cook. Y'all. Come up. Link is now in the chat. I would love to hear opinions. I would love to debate. I would love to do this. Let's do this. Let me hear it. How Victor Postol was washed up. He was undefeated. What are you talking about? I remember. I was there. He was an undefeated fighter. How you washed up and undefeated and the number one guy, the belt holder? What are you talking about? Link is in the chat. We not debating in the comments. Come pull up. Link is now in the chat. Pull up. Let's talk about it. Terrence Crawford. I want to know what y'all think. I want to know what y'all where y'all rate him. And where is he pound for pound all time? All time. Let me get Bug on Stop Canelo. What's popping? Yo, turn them cameras on too, man. I see a lot of non-cameras in the chat, man. Turn them cameras on, man.
Yo, what's up, Nash?
Yo, what's up, my brother? What's going on?
Man, salute, bro. Good interview, too.
Man, thank you, man. Thank you, brother. So how you see this? Let me ask you a couple questions because I took a lot of flack for my Terrence Crawford opinion. I said I think if he beats Canelo, he's in the top 5 ever. Do you agree with that statement or disagree?
Yeah, I agree with you 100%, bro. For the simple fact that everybody who hating going against Bud saying how impossible it is for him to beat Canelo. Oh, he can't beat Canelo. He's too small. The power, he gonna stop Bud. He gonna destroy all this shit they saying. How can he not be? If y'all feel like it's such impossible feat, how can you not give him the proper credit for it? You know what I'm saying? For him to go up, starting at 135 to go to 168 and skipping 2 weight divisions and go up there and beat Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to give him his props. Like, I say, like, the top 5, like you said, I agree, like Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd, I guess Sugar Ray Robinson, but to me, it's kind of like, I feel like people, like, overrate him. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Because look, dude, he
went.
went.
You said that. Explain yourself.
Look, he went 41-0, then he lost. You know what I'm saying? So
wait, say it again.
He went 41-0, then he lost. You know what I'm saying? He lost against Jake LaMotta after 41 wins. So you already took a loss. Then he went 73 out of 75 fights all in 1 year, though. So you know he fought a bunch of bums. You know what I'm saying? 73 fights out of 75, which he lost to all in 1 year. So it's just like, I mean, I give him credit, but it's just like, man, how much credit do y'all want to give this dude when he fought a bunch of nobodies to get all those 73 wins? It's still
we can't say nobodies, bro. He got a lot of names on that resume. He beat up.
He got a lot, but I mean that run that he went on, the 73 wins out of 75, it's a lot of bums in that run. You know what I'm saying? All he did that in 1 year. But
he beat Jake LaMotta too, though.
Yeah, he beat Jake LaMotta. I give him credit, though. I put him in the top 5. You know what I'm saying? So I'll say Sugar Ray Robinson, and then I'll say Bud, because I really could put Floyd over Bud by beating the prime Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Because he beat a prime Canelo at 168, who was way better than when Floyd beat him. But I'll put both of them in the top 5. So that's why Bud is, if he up there, if he not up there, anybody who got Floyd in their top 5 should definitely put Bud over him if he beat Canelo in his prime. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I give it to him. So yeah, he definitely in the top 5, bro. Because
so you think Canelo's in his prime right now?
Yeah, Canelo definitely in his prime. 168 is Canelo prime, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's like the best he ever was. He went undisputed, defended it multiple times. Like, that's the best in his career. You know what I'm saying? The best weight to me that he been at, because he fought most of the competition except for Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? So I say he in his prime at that weight. But
I can't give him prime, bro. I can't give him prime right now. Come on, man.
What you think? What you think is prime Canelo? Like right now, maybe not his full prime, but his prime.
I don't even know about
at 168.
at least maybe at 60. That was the Triple G years. You know what I'm saying? First Triple G fight, which was very close. You know what I'm saying? But I can't say now is the prime. I feel like he slowed down a little bit to me.
Well, now, but I mean at 68 in general is where he reached his prime at. You know what I'm saying? During the plant years and before that. So that's what I think. But either way, for Bud to go up there and beat this man at 168 after coming where he came from, everybody want to try to say, oh, he ain't top 5. Like every win, they try to discredit from Bud. They want to say what he can't do. Then when he do it, now it's another goal. It set another goalpost. Like, come on with that, bro. Get a man his props. All these people going against him. I got like 100-something videos saved from niggas talking about what Canelo gonna do for after the fight. You know what I'm saying? To come back to, just like with the whole Spence saga. I had like 500 videos. Niggas never showed back up in the comments afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ready to cook these niggas after he beat Canelo, man. And I think he gonna stop. I think he gonna stop Canelo, like get a TKO on Canelo.
Stop him?
A TKO, yeah, definitely, bro.
You going too far now, brother. You going too far now.
Cause look, Bivol could have TKO'd him, but he don't got finishing power like that. He not a finisher, but he can. You see how he just kept hitting him, but he wasn't really hurting him like that. For Bud, if Bud hitting you that many times, he definitely gonna hurt you, bro. You know what I'm saying?
We never even seen Canelo. We seen Canelo hurt one time, and that was when he fought Cotto little brother, and that was, what was he at, 154 at that time? Come on, we never seen Canelo even get really hurt for real, bro.
If he do it, then that's when you definitely got to get a man his props, bro. Because he did a lot of shit that nobody did.
If he do that, if he stop him, that's a different. But I can't even see that. Stopping Canelo Canelo got one of the best chins I ever seen. Like literally ever that I've ever seen in the history of me. I've watched boxing for 20 years. I got one of the best chins I've ever seen.
He do, and I kind of question his chin, but he do got one of the best chins in boxing. But to me, I feel like Bud can get it done because he already did the impossible. He stopped so many niggas who never been stopped. He dropped and stopped Benavidez. Nobody dropped Benavidez till this day. Not even Charlo at 163 dropped Benavidez. You know what I'm saying? So Bud got power, bro. So I feel like enough of those punches definitely gonna rock Canelo. So
the chat saying you biased because you got Canelo. I mean, you got Crawford poster behind you.
You know, Bud, that's my homie, bro. Like I've been rocking with Bud for a long time. I learned from Floyd when Floyd said, if you would have bet on me my whole career, you would have been a rich man. And I kind of, ever since he said that, I've been betting on Bud, bro, and I haven't lost yet. You know what I'm saying? Like my name used to be Bud gonna stop Spence. Everybody like, oh, you gonna have to change your name, this and that. And look, he stopped the nigga. Everybody thought that was impossible, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he stopped the nigga. So
you think Bud? So you saying Bud gonna stop Canelo?
Yeah, that's why my name is Bud gonna stop Canelo. I said it first, bro.
Wow.
Straight up. A week after the Spence loss, I changed it, and I see that, bro. I see it. But either way, I still see him beating Canelo, and I feel like he definitely top 5 of all time if he beat Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I don't see how people cannot say that he top 5 when all these people act like there's no possible way that he could beat Canelo. How can you not? Y'all trying to take away credit before he even get it? You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is hypocritical.
Yeah. Okay. All right, yo. Well, I appreciate you pulling up, brother. Thank you, man.
Yeah, for sure. Peace, man.
All right. Yo, come up. Hit the link. Yo, it was a bunch of people in the queue and y'all disappeared. Don't be scared to get cooked. Eli, hit that link. Come up. Said Najee, take him down and get me up here. He high. Pull up. Hit that link. Where niggas went. Hit that link. Let's talk, man. I want to know what's going on. Is Bud Crawford? He said that's Bo Mac brother. His name Big Mac. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy. Big Mac is wild. Link is now in the chat. We talking Terrence Crawford, man. Come up. Come up. Let me get Combat Lover back up here because I had to cut him off earlier. But let me get my man because I like Combat. Hold up. Combat.
Yeah, what's up, man? You did me that bad earlier, man. It's okay. I still love you. I love you.
Yo, love, my brother. Love. Tell me, what do you think about Terrence Crawford right now? Like, if he's able to beat Canelo, do you feel like he's top 5 ever?
Simple. That's easy fact. You know, Bud is the greatest right now. I mean, he's on another level. One thing I want to put out there is a lot of fighter can actually mimic Canelo. I mean, within the space of not long time, can learn his craft and perfect it. To do what Bud does, it takes you a lot of years to perfect that, like you said about the lateral movement. Boxers know that is one of the basic things you have to do in boxing, but it's not easy to perfect that. So that's why I think Bud is out there. If he beats him, simple, is the best, is the greatest. That's all I have to say about Bud, man.
So, you think the greatest of all time?
Not all time is on the list out there. That's what I'm talking about. This generation right now, because if you check it, I started watching boxing not 20 years ago, but I'm just talking about my generation, the people I can relate to, my energy. I think Bud is one of the top 5.
Yeah. Okay. So how do you feel about his resume? Because when I was talking earlier, a lot of people in the chat was saying they don't feel like he has a good resume. Can you break down Bud's resume to me?
For me, I watch a lot of his fights, and what I really focus on is the style of the fighter. Checking his resume. What are they talking about? The last fight they're talking about with the Imanov, or I don't know how to pronounce his name. I don't know if I get it right. He got the guy every time that guy comes like a brawling thing. He got him with a little kind of uppercut. So what are you talking about a resume? He fought the best. He never dug. I don't think he dug anytime. So they're talking about lately. Was he what's the guy name that's trying to fight Bud? I forgot his name just now.
You talking about Canelo or Boots?
No. The guy before Canelo, there's this guy that's trying to fight Bud. That's
not Boots. You talking about Boots?
Yeah, Boots. That's the only question you can have there if you're talking about his resume. Maybe he needs to fight Boots, then he shut everybody up. That's what I think. Yeah.
Okay. Yo, listen, I appreciate you pulling back up, Combat. Thank you, brother.
Thank you very much. Respect.
Absolutely,
thank you for the platform. God bless you, bro.
All right. Yo, let me get Eli. Eli, pull up. What's poppin', E? Thank you for that super chat earlier.
What's good, V? What's good?
Talk to me. You said my man was high. Get you up here. What's
up? I fuck with Bud 100,000%, bro. 100,000%. But him going up to 168 and stopping Canelo, and people at light heavyweight could not stop him. We gotta live in reality for a minute, bro.
That's a fact.
He couldn't stop Israel, and Israel was training with what's this dude name? For Canelo fight. Was he training with Bebo for Canelo fight or some shit like that?
Wait, you said who's Canelo's trainer?
No, wasn't Israel training with Bebo for Canelo fight? For his Canelo fight?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I think so. I'm gonna just say yeah, but what, let's just be for real.
Yeah, that's too crazy.
Win. He could win the fight.
Stopping him is too crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
Stopping him is kind of outrageous, though, bro.
Yeah, that's outrageous. Because Canelo, like I said, I only seen him hurt one time, so it's like to stop a nigga. Nah.
If Gamboa could hurt Crawford, Canelo could hurt him.
For sure.
That's that. If he can hurt him, he can hurt him. But we ain't gonna sit there and act like he gonna walk in there and do him how he did Errol.
But the only thing is, here's the only thing about that. I feel like with Bud, it's like most of the times I've seen him get hurt is because he's exchanging in a way that's like he not really respecting you, and he's coming forward exchanging
like Boots be doing now.
Yeah, and they caught him in between shots. I don't think he's gonna do that against Canelo because you just can't really. That's stupid. Bud not stupid. So I'm saying, like when we look at the Errol fight, he didn't even do that against Errol. Like I remember in round 2 when he knocked him down, he didn't even do the usual Bud shit, which is go on.
He hit him with a jab. He hit him with a straight.
Usually, Bud put you down, that nigga get in that mode like I'm about to go kill this nigga. He didn't even do that, so that's why I feel like he's gonna show a certain level of respect.
I think he was more surprised he knocked down Errol when that happened. Like, because the balance, I think it was more so Errol balanced, like, and he caught him, like, and that's what really, like, got him. But I think he was more like, oh, wow, like, this shit easier than what I expected. Cause you see the rest of the way, it looked like Crawford was like, I ain't gonna say playing with him, like that would be like, I don't want to disrespect Errol's skill, but it looked like Errol was not supposed to be in there with him, bro. It looked like Errol was on a whole different tier that night, and we all know Errol is up there. He was gonna fight Canelo at one point.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Crawford stole his bag. If we want to be real, this supposed to be Errol bag right here.
That's a fact. That's a fact. You ain't lying about that. All right, so tell me this though. I made the statement. It went viral on Twitter. A lot of boxing pages posted it. I said, if Terrence Crawford is able to beat Canelo, he's top 5 ever in the history of boxing. How you feel?
That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough.
That is tough. It is tough.
Because it's like you could give him a generation. It's like, all right, every person you want to give a generation to, you got to put them at least like, like, all right, he ran this part of the game for a particular amount of years. So I it's tough. It's tough. It depends. Like I said, I want to see somebody list first before I just sit there and say he not up there for top 5. You know what I'm trying to say? It all depends on somebody's list.
So what level do you put him on? What number do you say where it don't feel tough to you? Where it's like, all right, this is
top 10 for sure. Top 10 for sure. He beat Canelo. He top 10 for sure. Like that.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. Like, I'm not mad. Like, top 5,
doubt.
I get it. That's an argument. I get that. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of great fighters. We talk about even the old guys, Jack Johnson, Joe Louis, Willie.
Yeah, that's way past my generation. That's way. But
nigga, me
gotta
too.
respect them because they paved the way.
Them niggas from watching YouTube. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I'm saying is, I don't
want to respect them like we respect any sport, even though we like, we might have not seen Bill Russell play, but we respect what he did for the A. Like, we gonna respect it, bro. But
I'm saying it's certain niggas that if you watch them, like when I watch Wilt Chamberlain, is like this.
Nah. I know you're not about to come score no 100 right now, modern day era, bro. Like that shit look cool. You might score 40 or something, but 100 is crazy.
All right, so top 10. But what if? All right, so does how he beats? If he's able to beat him, does how he beat him? Would that change if you put him in the top 5?
I think so. Because we can't say that he caught Canelo at a all the way deep, like at a all the way decline. Because Canelo's he's still top rugged. You know what I'm trying to say? He's still an A-level fighter.
He's still pound for pound.
Yeah, he's beating 90% of the competition that's out there right now, based off just his experience and him not like being able, like him not falling to the spotlight and all of this other like type of shit. People getting scared. People getting beat, like how Tank, they be saying Tank be beating people before he get in the ring. People lose to Canelo the same way.
Right.
You see, Edgar lost to Canelo before he got in the fucking ring. The way he was respecting him.
I like this fight though.
Yeah, but and I know Terrence ain't gonna respect him. I ain't gonna say he's not gonna respect him, but he not gonna look at it how Charlo and all them other people looked at it like, shit, I'm in there with Canelo, bro. Like, what the fuck? He gonna be, I'm in there with, I know what I could do.
Like, you in here with Bud. That's how he looks.
Yeah, like I know what I could do. And Canelo is a small 168 pounder, so it's he got a better chance than people was giving him, Crawford. I agree. Honestly speaking, if I put my bread down, like if I'm putting the crib on it, I'm taking Canelo just because of the weight.
I get it. I ain't mad at that. I mean, I get that.
If this was a lower weight, I'm taking Crawford because of the skill. His skill is way higher than Canelo, but the weight is just like, yo, bro, like.
And they both dogs, though. That's the thing. You know, we know Bud a dog.
Yeah, Canelo could take a fucking punch. He could take a punch.
Oh, I'll tell you this. When I interviewed Canelo and I told him, I was like, yo, let's do a face-off, you know what I'm saying? So I could just promote this shit. And I'm just trolling this shit like, you know what I'm saying? I did the face-off with the nigga. And I looked at him and we really looking in the eyes. Like, I'm way bigger than him. And in my head, I'm thinking like, yo, I might be able to. You know what I'm saying?
You start sizing them up, start
Yeah,
coming up with your own thoughts. Like, all right, so
really
think about somebody from Crawford level now looking at him, and we
You know
thinking
what I
like
mean?
that. Like, all
I'm
right,
really
you ain't
sizing
even
them
really
up.
cool.
Like, I might be able to do something to this nigga.
Like,
And Canelo's looking at me, and I'm looking at him in his eyes, pause, and I kind of laughed, and that nigga did not laugh. Like, he was dead ass. Like
y'all had a real face off.
yeah,
Like,
like
y'all
he
had
was not playing. Like, I was doing it on some joke shit. That nigga wasn't joking. And I was like, damn, Canelo was one of them niggas. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn, he one of them niggas. This nigga's not playing, bro.
Yeah, his demeanor, he got a funny demeanor though. He a funny dude. But I can't wait to see the fight. I know that's gonna be a great fight. If Crawford win, we gotta give him all his just due because people trying to take away from the Errol win and everything, you know. And if Canelo win, we gotta just say I don't want people to take it away from him because it's like he taking on every challenge at this point except for Benavidez. That's the only. He don't got to do nothing else. We don't got to see Canelo fight nobody else. He don't got to fight Benavidez. He don't got to fight nobody else. He fight Crawford. He can hang it up and call it a day, and nobody can be mad at him. Who else we gonna want him? If he say fuck David, it's like you know what? It's we want to see it, but it's like all right, we gotta respect that he didn't fought. He fought everybody, bro.
I ain't mad at that. You know what? I do want to see that.
We need just one more big fight, though. We need one more big fight.
Shit like that will be able to tell me Canelo's in that conversation of like, yes, he is an all-timer, but I'm saying like top tens and all of that. If he beat Benavidez, now you talking in that conversation.
Yeah.
Without that, I don't know if it's
not right now. Not right now.
He still look great, and he's still, Canelo. He might be top Mexican ever.
Yeah, we probably top 2, top 3. Somebody could fight that argument. But all time, I don't know. If he was to go inside of there and beat Crawford and say, yo, David, I want to fight next spring, next Cinco de Mayo, and he beat David, and we can't say shit. We can't say nothing. Even if he go on without fighting the B-Vol rematch. I want to see the B-Vol rematch because I want to see, like, what adjustments does he make? And is it really like, you just can't fuck with him? You know what I'm saying? I really wanted to see it at 168.
He's not doing that. I wouldn't do that if I was him. Hell no. Fuck no.
I really wanted to see it at 168 for them straps, but Canelo's smart. He know, like, yo, I'm not going to let you come down here and take my belt. You already beat me the first time.
Yeah.
And it was for your one belt. You ain't going to come take my 4 belts. We ain't doing that shit. We ain't doing that.
That's a fact. Yo, Eli, I appreciate you pulling up, my boy. Definitely some good boxing talk, bro.
Yo, thank you, Nati, for having me, bro. I'm going to still be tuned in.
All right. Yo, what's up? Listen, y'all in here saying racist shit. What's wrong with y'all? Come on. Stop it. I just put you in a timeout to get you because if you trolling, if I see it again, you banned from the channel. We ain't doing that. This ain't that type of channel. We ain't doing that. All right. Yo, come on. What's up? Where the people at today? Y'all scared to get roasted? It's just a little roasted, man. Come on. Come on, man. Stop acting like some hoes. Y'all niggas ain't. Come on, pull up to the channel. Y'all talking in the chat. Pull up to the channel. Link is in the channel. Let me get Michael. Michael, what's popping? Yo? Y'all think you on mute, bro? Yo, you on mute, brother? Damn. My son Michael. Come on. Yo, listen, the queue is dry today. What's up with y'all, B? Get on this queue. Come on, man. Stop acting like some hoes in here. Don't leave me up here. Let's talk some talk. I want to talk. Let's talk. We talking Bud Crawford. Oh, here you go. Michael, what's up, man?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. What's going on, brother?
What's going on? I just what y'all talking about? I just got here.
Hold on, you was cutting out. Talk again. You was cutting out.
No, I was saying I just got in here. What y'all talking about?
Oh, okay. Well, first we had Robert Garcia, legendary trainer in the building earlier. We was talking some shit. So you might want to check that out. It was a good interview.
All right, bet.
But also, so what we talking about right now is so I made a statement on Twitter. I said that if Terrence Crawford beats Canelo, he's top 5 in the history of boxing. And a lot of people agreed, a lot of people didn't agree. It went viral though, so I just wanted to continue the conversation. How you feel about that?
I mean, his resume ain't the best, but if he beat Canelo 2 weight classes, man, really 3, I'm thinking, man, you can't argue that. 168, because what was his first weight class? 130.
135 was his first world title.
135, man. Man. He got to be top 5, man. I'm with.
Even though he mostly fought at 130, but he went to 35 for the Ricky Burns. You know what I'm saying? He cut the weight. He made 35 and took the title.
And then also that means he'll be 3-time undisputed in 3 different weight classes.
That's nasty.
You gotta respect that, man.
But that's if Canelo fights William Skull in May, because remember the IBF stripped Canelo. So right now he's the lineal champ. He got 3 belts. But if he takes that fight in May, then he'll be the undisputed, and then Bud for undisputed in September.
I think a lot of people just mad because he was with Top Rank and he didn't fight Errol like 6 years later. But you gotta give it. Terrence Crawford, man, he a problem. It don't matter who you put him in a ring with. Even his last fight, it was a hard-fought fight, but Terrence clearly won. But you got to give his man his respect, man. Can't be hating on dude.
Oh, so what do you feel about his resume, though? Because a lot of people say, I think Bud has a pretty good resume. I mean, it's not, obviously, it ain't the best resume. It ain't that, but I don't feel like it's a bad resume, but a lot of people disagree. They saying that his resume is dog shit. Break down his resume. How you feel about his resume?
I mean, if you look at some of his fights, I can't name them fighters' names, but he took a lot of people O's, but they just not household names. If you look, if you look at him, he took a lot of people off their record. So, but I mean, I don't know, man. I just think people just be hating on dude just to be hating for no reason.
You think he had a good resume or not really?
His resume is decent, but it don't stack up against some of the other elite fighters though. But you put him in a ring with anybody, he gon' dog walk him. So it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, for sure. Who do you got winning that fight? Canelo or Terrence Crawford?
I don't think the weight gonna be no problem for Terrence. I think Terrence gonna beat him easily. His footwork, his IQ in the ring, I can't see Canelo beating him. I don't think he got no shot.
You can't see it?
I can't see Canelo beating him, man, because it's a simple fact. Terrence not gonna stand and just let him hit him like what's the dude's name?
Charlo?
Yeah, he's not gonna just sit there and just let him hit, or he not gonna be scared to like move. Like he gonna really use the ring, he gonna use that jab, and he gonna counter the shit out of Canelo. And Canelo is the counter puncher, so I don't see how Canelo can beat him. Unless he land that one good shot to the body or that left hook. I don't see it.
Which is definitely possible though, because that's Canelo, nigga. He done Canelo done, but Canelo haven't had a stoppage in a while though. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a little minute since Canelo got a stoppage though.
And Canelo been fighting since he was like 15, so he might be like 35, 34, but he an old 34, 35. So
yeah,
wear and tear on the body, man.
Yo, well, Michael, I appreciate you pulling up, brother. Thank you, man.
Hey, no problem. Hey, but I got one quick question though.
What's up? Talk to me.
You still work at Sony, right?
Yeah.
So I was saying, how can I get like an internship like as an A&R at Sony?
To be honest, A&R is the hardest department to get in, man. You got to have experience or come in with an artist to really get in A&R. The real way to get an A&R, if that's a goal, is you just got to get in the building and then work your way over. But just going straight there is like, it's happened before, but it's so rare that happens.
Because I'm in LA, so I was thinking like, do I just gotta like bring like a good artist that they like fucking with, and then I can like try to get in the door like that?
Yeah, you could do it that way. That always helps. Like if you attach to the artist, for sure. But I would say if you're trying to get an internship, your best way is just get in the building and then navigate from in the building to, to another department. But just going straight to A&R is a very, very tough thing to do.
Okay, all right. I respect that, man. Peace.
All right, later. Let me get heads. What's popping?
What's good, bro?
What's up, my brother? How you
Man,
doing?
I'm chilling. I just wanted to talk about Bud, man. It's just funny everybody forget, man. Styles make fights. You always take the box over the puncher, man.
Mmm.
People forgetting
Mmm.
about the reach. You know what I'm saying? Like that reach advantage mean a lot, bro.
You right about that. Hold up. So does that mean you saying you got Bud beating Canelo?
Yeah. And I think he could possibly stop him. See,
Oh,
Bud
now you going too far, heads. Now you going too goddamn far, nigga.
not going too far. Listen, Bud hit people with shots they don't see, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Canelo has a great chin. But Canelo fight plotters. He fight plottingly. You know what I mean? He coming in there. He see what is coming. He be rolling with the shots. Bud hit people with shit they don't see. Like his chin, he human. Every they say is how many pounds of pressure can knock a man out.
Is he human? He got hit by Triple G with a shot he didn't see and didn't go down. That's Triple G.
Nah, listen, I just said possibly. I wouldn't bet on the stoppage, but I'm telling you, like Bud going the 168 going 50, man. I just can't wait to see. I'm just curious. You ain't heard who he gonna fight in between? There's no rumors.
Not from Bud's side, nah, but I heard Canelo gonna fight the William Skull dude just to get that IBF back. Well, who could
Yeah.
Bud fight right now that would make sense? It's like he would have to fight a bum because you don't even want to take it. I'm not taking no chance to fuck up a Canelo bag, nigga. No way. I'm not
Yeah.
even taking a chance because it's like it ain't even just about losing. What if you get hurt? What if you get a cut or something? You know what I'm saying? It's too many things that could happen. I wouldn't even take no chance. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, I think somebody said he might fight at 160 and try get another one under his belt, another division champion.
Shit, but who
He
he
fighting
fight
for
on?
history books now. I don't know, Laura.
Oh, nigga, that's not an easy fight though. Like that ain't no like you know what I'm saying. Lara ain't just like you gonna come up in here and get an easy win, nigga.
I mean, when he fought, you seen that last fight against Danny? Danny looked bad, but Laura didn't look great.
Well, he stopped him though.
Yeah, with that, I guess. I'm saying he did stop you, but it wasn't.
Who else you gonna fight? At least, and maybe he fight Carlos Adames. I seen that.
You seen that sparring?
Yeah. That sparring session looked like Bud was beating the shit out of him in sparring. So maybe he go
I
for
can see
Carlos
that.
Adames.
Then now he had another division with another champion at 60, and then we'll see though. That's what I'm interested because I would sit out till September though. I don't know if
Me
I
too,
might go
bro.
out.
I would
just
do
wait.
that too, man. Because I ain't gonna lie, that's too much. That's too much. Like that's too dangerous. I'm not risking because that's the biggest bag you ever gonna get. I'm not fucking up that bag. No way.
They talk
No
about
way.
Bud might get 90 or 100, 150. I hear all kind of crazy numbers, man.
He from
Retirement money.
Omaha too, so you can't even. You know what I'm saying? You can't play around like that.
Yeah,
Hold on. So, do you think if he beats Canelo, top 5 ever?
Yeah.
Ooh-wee.
I'm a Bud fan though. You know what I'm saying? I was at the Errol fight. I was at Madrimal fight. I don't know about a Canelo fight. Them tickets gonna be ridiculous.
Hopefully, that shit might be in Saudi, nigga. You have to pay that Saudi money, nigga.
I don't know if
Pay
I can
that
get
Saudi.
wifey over there.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, nah, top 5, bro. Like, well, I don't know. I can't go back all the Armstrongs and all them dudes way before my time. But for my lifetime, I'm 44. Honestly, because Bud right now, I'll argue with everybody. I got Bud over Floyd right now.
Oh, all
So
right. Now you going too
listen,
far, nigga.
I'm not if I'm speaking too fast. After he beat Canelo, because Floyd was my number 1 forever. But I got Bud over Floyd in the fight. Yeah. I had a debate a lot.
Oh, in the fight, but you're not saying his resume is not better
Nah,
though.
Floyd beat too many champions though. So it's kind of hard to argue against that.
And let Hall of Famers like Floyd shit is
he
crazy.
did.
Floyd shit crazy.
It
But
is.
I'm not mad at saying he'll beat him in a fight. I don't know if I agree, but I'm not mad at it though.
Styles make fights, man. And I love Floyd. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, that Earl fight, man, that did a lot for me because I really respect Earl. You know what I'm saying? I
Oh,
see
but why
Earl
you
a
think
certain
he
kind
could
of way.
beat? Why you think he could beat Floyd though? Why?
Cause I think Bud the Southpaw and Bud got more power at 47 than he knocked everybody out at 47. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like Bud well-rounded.
He had knocked out everybody at 47. Everybody.
Yeah,
Everyone that tried got stopped. That's kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
that's I'm
That
like
is
not no bums like Porter, Earl. You know what I'm saying? Like
Kell
Bud
Brook.
different, man. Yeah, Kel. That's because to me, Kel was beating Triple G till he got hit. You know what I mean? Till Triple G caught him, I had Kel up on the cards at that point.
I'm
Kel
not
was
mad at that take. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't mad at that.
that's a
I ain't
bigger
mad
win
at
than people give. Kel Brook is better. See, you know, he's not from America, so
that.
people
But
don't really
people
give
also
him his
say,
just
which is a
due.
good point though. People say Kell Brook fought Triple G before that and got his shit and he got his eye broken though.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't be. It's kind of hard for me. I don't argue on it. To me, you made weight. You was healthy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody now, you know, with
Yeah, I don't
Earl,
know.
they saying
They're not
Earl
agreeing
looked
with
tired
you in
before
the
the
chat though.
fight and all of this. Like, don't cheapen them dudes, man. Earl came ready to fight. He made weight. I don't like when they be making all them excuses after the fight.
Nah, I feel that. Then they said you off the Jack Daniels, nigga. That's they said.
Nah, cuz I'm off the weed, dog.
Yeah, okay. Hey, yo, I appreciate you pulling up, my brother. Thank you, man.
Ain't no doubt.
All
I
right.
appreciate your channel too, bro.
Thank you, bro. Salute. All right, y'all. Come on, man. Y'all been light on the chat tonight. Everybody scared to get cooked, man. I don't know what's going on tonight, man. Y'all gonna make me do the chat with no cameras on. Y'all being scary, man. So listen, I appreciate everybody pulling up. Go to bed, Unc. Is that Unc for me or for him? I appreciate everybody pulling up. Yo, Trap, come on, nigga. You missed the whole shit, Trap. It was a good ass episode today. Trap, it was a good ass episode today. We had Robert Garcia on. We had some good gems. All right. Come on, Killer B. You wildin', boy. Killer B. All right, yo, listen, thank you. Everybody pulling up tonight. Really great episode. Yo, man, next week, I need y'all niggas to really hit that link. Y'all being scared on the link. Y'all being scared on the link, man. Y'all gotta hit that link, man. Everybody get cooked. They cook me, they cook everybody. Don't be worried about getting cooked, man. But next week, I got another guest. Before I end, who y'all want to see on here? Who y'all want me to get on the show, on the live? Because I got a couple of things coming up that I'm gonna do in person. But I just want to know, who do y'all want to see on the live, though? Yo, you know what's crazy, Day? Yo, Day, you know what's crazy? I was this close to getting in the way, bro. Oh, my God. I almost had Inouye on the show, bro. Last minute, it got messed up. I was so close to getting Inouye. Nobody want to get flamed up? So, what y'all want to do? No cameras? If I do no cameras, y'all going to pull up? Because y'all acting scary, man. Come on, man. Yo, I'm trying to get Bacoli on right now. I just hit his people. I need Martin Bacoli on. Listen, I've been speaking to Terrence Crawford peoples, man. I'm trying to get the in-person, though. Fundora. Tank, yeah, that's probably not happening. Tank, nigga, go apologize and get, nigga, I might apologize for what? What am I apologizing for? Benavidez, we had Benavidez. That was like a month ago. Yeah, I need Bacoli, bro. Yeah, the Tank is probably not happening. I ain't gonna lie. Tank mad at me right now. Yo, come on, stop it with the sleepovers, man. It's not a sleepover, unlaced. Come on, you wildin', bro. Do you and Tank squash the beef? I mean, I don't got beef, but that's up to him. You got to ask him. Montana love, but yo, I do want Daniel Dubois on the show. I got to get Dubois on the show. Y'all better tune in. Yeah, I'm gonna get Abdullah Mason. Matter of fact, I might get Abdullah next week. What y'all think about that? Abdullah Mason next week? You know, he got the fight coming up on Keyshawn card. I might have to get Abdullah. T. Dubois, Xander Zayas, Clarissa Shields. I like the quote. I'm trying to get AJ in person. I spoke to them. Montana Love. Who is this? Keep saying Montana Love. Ben Whitaker. I've been trying, yo. I got Ben Whitaker number too. We was texting about it, but he kind of went ghost. I don't know what happened. But Coley, Dubois, Montana Love, get Usyk and Bivol. Yeah, I might got to get Bivol on here. I spoke to Big Baby. We gonna do something soon. Yo, Cambosis my man. I ain't gonna lie. I fuck with George Cambosis, bro. Broner. All right. I can hit AB. I can hit AB. Oh, Moses Itama. I like that. Jai Opatai, Ellie Scottney. Yo, you from the UK, bro? Or you from Europe? Zaquin Moses. We had Zaquin. Oh, Joshua Buatsi. I like him too. All right. These some good names, y'all. These some good names, y'all. I appreciate it. I'm going to do this for y'all. Nigga said that's Montana Love saying Montana Love. I ain't gonna lie. All right, bet. Yo, listen, man. I appreciate everybody pulling up tonight. Thank you very much for showing love. We gonna do this. Next week, I'll be back. Man, yeah, matter of fact, what y'all think about Rolly? If I bring Rolly up in here. What y'all think about Rolly next week? If I get Rolly up in here next week, how y'all feel about that? Y'all jacking that? Y'all pulling up if I get Rolly? Okay, salute. Drink more water, salute. Yeah, I need Trump on here. You right. We got to get Trump on here. Oh, Amari Jones. I like that kid. Olympic bronze medalist, Amari Jones. Okay. All right, bet. All right, y'all. Yo, listen, man. I appreciate everybody for pulling up. Thank you, man. It was a great episode today. I'm gonna post some clips up, and I'll be back next week. We're gonna watch this fight. So-called Nelson versus Diego Pacheco. We're gonna watch and break it down. I might go live during the fight. So, let's do it, man. But I appreciate everybody pulling up. Niggas still saying Montana Love. Yo, thank y'all, man. I appreciate it. Salute. Cigar Talk. I love y'all, man. Thank you.